All right, guys, we're here. Thank you, Frog, for being here right away. Appreciate that comment. Um, right off the bat, I'm still muted in the Discord. We have our second episode of our podcast right now. I see that these guys are in here already, and you can see that they are talking. So I'm a little bit nervous to. Well, I guess you guys can't see it. My bad. But yeah, they're talking already, so I'm a little bit nervous. So we'll just jump in and see what's going on before I introduce them.
Oh, boy's name.
I think
What
that
was the
one would.
last one?
I think that would be good one though.
Oh,
What?
Dota Broadcasting.
Oh, dude,
Are
I,
you
I literally
sure?
I unmute and the first thing we're talking about is Dota. Come on, guys.
Dota's dead game. What?
Well, yeah. Okay. Oh man, I've got this camera thing on here again. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if my web camera actually picks up. We'll see. Last time I tried it, anytime I try it, turning my web camera on in Discord when I'm streaming, it won't work. But we'll see what ends up happening. It was working earlier. I tested it, but now it's probably not going to. Let me This fucking Joe guy doesn't pay attention to anything. The only piece of social media that he'll respond in is Facebook. Freaking boomer.
Dude, I use Facebook. What do you mean?
I mean, he is the one with a child, though, isn't it?
No, Joe is
What?
the child.
Okay, so I'm thinking of a different one.
No, wait, Cody, who would you be thinking of? I don't know.
Um, the one your cousin, the one
Oh,
with
Alex.
Danielle, I think.
Alex,
Yeah,
yeah. No, 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 no.
that one.
We don't talk to them
I was
after
totally his the entire time.
we don't talk about them anymore after they stole thousands from me. Those guys suck,
Oh.
guys. Cody, I told you that story, haven't I?
Maybe, but it's probably been a while.
Well, like how
I forget things easy.
I lived with them for like 6 months. As soon as we moved into a place, she got pregnant, quit her job, and then he said that he was too stressed out and he quit his job. So for like 5 months, I was paying all of the bills in our three-bedroom apartment. And then after the 6-month lease was up, I come home from work. Their stuff's all gone, and there's a note on the door saying that we're being evicted because since they sat at home all day, they hid all the letters from me, and they were the primary contacts. And then all the money that I gave them for bills, they just pocketed and dipped out.
Damn,
Ah,
that's crazy.
So we don't talk to him no more. All right, well, I don't know what Joe's doing. I don't think that my camera thing is going to work, so I'm just going to adjust
Yes, it
it
can.
here. Oh, dude. Oh, I have to.
Paul, we're not visual learners, by the way.
I
Yeah,
am. I'm a visual learner.
I need to
Please
like
help.
mess with my. Is this better? Is this how I can get it to fit? Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, well, the people that we have here tonight, guys, I put down their. Yeah, what do I say? Do I say URL names? What do I say? Their gamer tag names, I guess. Um, but they will be going by Fluffy Fruit is George, Katzilla Hungry is Cody, and it shows Will right here that this is Killayoua, and the last one, NotProJoe, which is Joe. He was the only one that actually checked in with me about the podcast and isn't here yet. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Um, these are all guys that I guess Will I technically don't know in real life, but most of these guys are people that I grew up with. In that Will's included in the group though because we bond over the idea. He's an honorary North Dakotan. We bond over the idea of how much we hate California. So it just
Damn,
kind of fits in.
from Florida and an honorary North
Yeah,
Dakotian.
it's
Could I
it's
be any worse?
yeah.
Honestly.
What an honor.
This guy is built different.
You
Um,
should unmod Joe real quick. I just want to see something.
no, that's not happening. But the one thing that I was going to, the first thing I was going to ask about, Will and George, both of you guys played it. Cody, I don't think you did, with New World, a new game that's coming out. They postponed it, and it's not coming out until the end of September now. Which means that like there's no like we're getting betas and we're getting like trials of games and stuff like that, but there's nothing really coming out for like another like 2 months. Like from like November until the end of December is like where most of the big games are getting released. Between all of us here, we've got people that Joe's not here, but he plays Rainbow. Will is still at least somewhat of an advocate for Dota. I've been playing a lot of Riot games. George, you and Cody play a lot of the same games, but even those games are different from what we play. Hunt Showdown, Pokemon Unite, stuff like that. So we got a pretty wide variety of gamers in here. Do you guys think that it's gonna be a good thing or a bad thing that like all these big games are coming out like all at once? Everybody's gonna have to dish out all their money, in the course of a few weeks. Everybody's gonna have all these games to play. Do you guys think it's good because like we'll be super busy, or do you guys think that that's gonna be like detrimental to everything going on because you're not gonna have time to play certain games because you got everything else going on?
It's gonna be absolutely perfect. Someone with ADD, I can't play a game. It's gonna be great. Also, I don't even know what games are coming out. I think New World's the only one I know.
Well, no, New World's coming out, the new Battlefield's coming out, the new Halo's coming out.
Oh shit, I forgot about those.
Yeah, I mean those are like the like AAA games and that stuff that I know of, but I know that there's a lot. I mean, dude, the amount of games that are actually coming out is crazy. Let me pull up a list here actually and get
I
some
only
dates.
play Halo for Will, so if he
True.
gets it, I'll get it.
I'll be getting it. Well, the
I'll get it.
multiplayer is free to play, so
Yeah.
What did you say? You're not gonna play multiplayer? Then I'm not.
No.
no, the multiplayer is free,
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Shit.
anybody can play it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I like a lot of Nintendo games are coming out. Like aren't they coming out with the new Pokemon and then the Rune Factory? But I don't know if that's this year. I think that's next year. Those are Rune Factory 5 is the only game I'm looking forward to. Other than that, I don't really care.
Well, like right
When
here.
does
So there's
when does
that.
the Battlefield come out?
I'll see if I can find it here. The Chernobyl Light is coming out. Life is Strange is coming out. Another NBA game. A Wario
Cry.
game is coming out. Diablo 2. Another Dragon Ball Z game.
The
Ghost
next Far
Runner.
Cry as well.
New World. Darksiders 3 is coming out for the Switch. Those are just games in September.
Hypothetically, the new Horizon should be coming out this year as well.
Are you sure it's this year? Isn't that just for PS5 though?
Yo, Kristen,
Yeah.
tell Joe to get in the call, this clown. In October, a new FIFA game is coming out. Phoenix Point is coming out for consoles. A new Lego game is coming out for Switch. Far Cry 6. Back for Blood. Demon Slayer. Battlefield 2042 comes out October 22nd. The new Marvel game. Age of Empires 4. I mean, that's just those games. Hold on, let me go over here so I can switch this so we can see. We're finally joined by NotProJoe, guys.
Sorry, I'm late.
Welcome.
I didn't want to be that awkward guy that just pops in when he's not wanted after things got started. So I was.
All my
nervous.
homies hate Joe.
All right, see you later.
No.
But yeah, then we've got Just Dance, Forza, the new Pokemon games, the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Farming Simulator, another fantasy update, Advanced Wars, Dying Light, and then there's just a shit ton of games that are still to be announced when they're being released. But there's just a huge variety of games coming out, and a lot of them have actually been like postponed and pushed back to these last couple months, which I think it's going to be bad because I'm going to be honest, there's going to be a lot of games that I want to get and I want to play, but I probably won't get them because there's just all these other games that I'm going to be playing. And I'm not going to buy a brand new game full price when I'm not going to play it because like I'm like tied up in like Battlefield and Halo.
I mean, a game I think really fucked themselves is definitely Back for Blood. Honestly, not a great beta right now, and they're like coming up right before a bunch of big games like Battlefield, Halo. Even Far Cry would probably do better than Back 4 Blood.
Well, see, everybody that I've talked to, literally everybody is saying that Back 4 Blood is like the best thing ever, right? I've watched streams, both big streamers and small streamers. I've watched YouTube videos. I've talked to some of the guys in call here, and they say that it's great. George and Joe, I believe both
I
of
would
you
say
guys tried
it's
it out.
Great.
The
It's
one level I played was fantastic.
It's just like
You didn't get to the ogre then.
No, I did not.
it's just like Left 4 Dead, but it looks good.
Which
And
is
then
why I love it.
The zombies are reskinned and renamed.
See,
But
that's-
like other than that, like it's fun and all because it's like, oh, I haven't had a Left 4 Dead game in years. But it's just like I'm not gonna because it's just like World War Z because I really like World War Z. Cody hated it. He hated World
I
War
loved
Z.
it for a while.
Yeah, for like a week, and then like, but after that, then it was nothing, and then we never opened the game again. And I feel like it's
Yeah,
just gonna be the same thing with this game.
that's what
It's also a
happened
full
with
$60 game too.
what?
Like it's $60 for Back 4 Blood,
Yeah.
which is another
Jo-
thing.
Joe and I
That's-
Be
actually
like
played
30.
World War Z, and Joe, I think we only beat like half of the game, and then, well, that one thing that happened was that was my Epic account that got hacked, and when I provided all my info on it, I literally gave them receipts of games that I purchased, told them like battle passes or DLCs I got for games, the email address, this and that and everything, and they still were after like 3 months later, they're like, yeah, we can't help you. So that's what I had. I had that game on that account, but yo, we only played it for like 2 or 3 days, right? We beat like half of the game, and we're just like, yeah, that's enough. We don't need any more.
With some other friends, I've played through more of it too, and I mean it's fun,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I-
It was lacking something for me.
I feel
don't know
like
what it was, but it was
I,
lacking
I
something.
feel like that game, along with Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood, I mean, I feel like a lot of those games, the replayability factor is kind of gone, right? Like you can play the games again on a different difficulty, same as other games and that stuff, but I feel like it's mostly going to be the same unless you're playing with like a fully brand new group of people. Now maybe that's just me, but I feel like a lot of those games are, I mean, it's the same thing throughout the whole game, right? Like Back 4 Blood, it's
Back
just
4 Blood kind of defends that a little bit. They kind of randomize a bunch of their stuff with like modifiers and
Yeah.
different
Oh,
spawns
okay,
and
That one
okay.
was cool because, like,
rooms.
yeah, because every time you jump in, like, it's a little different. Like, we had one like there was fog, and like you couldn't see anything, and that like really messed with us because we couldn't beat it because we couldn't see anything. And then
Okay.
the next one, it was 10 times easier because we didn't have the fog. So
Okay.
like, it's cool like that, but I don't know how far they're gonna go with it. I'm sure it's gonna get all better once the game comes out and they have
Yeah.
everything like in the game. But like right now, it's just it's a little bare.
Do you think
I
it's going
mean,
to suffer because it doesn't have a versus campaign like Left 4 Dead?
It didn't have a versus. I thought
It
it
has
did.
It
a
has versus, but it jumps around levels. It doesn't have like a versus
Oh,
campaign.
yeah, it's like more like battle royale almost because there's like an arena that closes
oh.
slowly.
Never mind. Yeah, then
So
I don't, because I really liked Left 4 Dead versus. That was really
A lot of
fun. You
people
could
said
be a
that it's going to
zombie.
suffer because it doesn't have a campaign versus. It's just got random levels you play through. So
I also haven't heard anything about like the workshop and user content yet. Have they said anything regarding that? Because that's what like half the Left 4 Dead was like the
Yeah,
mod people made.
I loved killing many Teletubbies
yeah,
and
yeah.
having a hunter that was reskinned as Slark. That was really
No,
cool.
no, no, dude, the oh my gosh, dude, I can't. It's been so long since I played it, but I like the original Left 4 Dead. Um, I didn't play like any of the games really because it just like really wasn't my style. But I can't remember. I think it was Brady that I played with. He convinced me to get it, and we had a mod that made like the Brute or whoever the hell it is Shrek. And anytime he was like starting to come up, the music was All Star. And then when he would like come busting around a corner, he would scream, "Get out of my swamp!"
Cody, do you remember we so they actually when me and Cody played like a good playthrough out of it, they had like Dota skins for all the specials. And like Hunter was Slark. I can't remember. I think what was the charger, Cody? I can't remember.
Bristle back, or not bristle back. Spirit Breaker.
Oh, yes, yeah. It was just we would just be playing Left 4 Dead, and all of a sudden, Dota music would start playing, and then we get fucked.
My tank music in Left 4 Dead was like John Cena, so it was like you'd hear the intro and John Cena. It
Here-
actually did scare the shit out of me though,
Here you
but it
go,
was loud as hell.
George. There's a game coming out. Oh, it came out 2 days ago actually for the Switch.
Huh?
It is called Boyfriend Dungeon.
Oh, that's the game Shroud played.
I'll do it. How much is it?
I don't know. Let me click on purchase here and see if it tells me.
I don't know how much it is, but I know Shroud played it, and you're like a dude dating swords who are also dudes.
What?
Dude.
Oh hell yeah!
What? I click purchase and it brings me to GameStop and it shows me Dungeons and what is this? Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons Drizzt Do Erdrin Itching Death Twinkle Modern Iconic Sword Set. How is that even? How how does that even have anything to do with the game?
Is it on Steam?
Listen,
It
I
is
look
on
at
Steam.
Switch games every once in a while, and they're usually weird. All
It's
of them are weird.
also it's also on Steam though. It's $18 on Steam.
Oh, okay.
8.
But then,
Apparently, it's similar to Hades. Oh, is it a roguelike with a dating? Oh, that's elite.
yikes. Um, with talking about like different games and that stuff, because I actually like this is a conversation that I really enjoy having with people. Just because like anybody I talk to is always saying that they're going back and they're playing old games because there's like a game drought going on, right? Like the beginning of this year was like the start of it, right? Like with the whole Rust thing, all the anybody that was anybody in social media, in the entertainment part of it, was on Rust. They were playing that. Now they're trying to do this with all these other games. Grand Theft Auto came back again. All these different games because there's nothing really new that's coming out that stays great for very long. So what about you guys? What has the games been that you're like, all right, there's nothing new coming out. I just got to go back and play the quote unquote classics. What have been your guys' games that's buying you time until something new comes out?
Half-Life, unironically.
Stardew fucking Valley. I play I don't know, I get moods. I get like a Skyrim mood and a Stardew Valley, and they always come real close together every year. And then I'll binge like Skyrim, I'll get halfway through and then I'll never play it again. And then I'll play a Stardew Valley character, and then next year rolls by and I start new games for both of them, and that's it. That's all I do.
I want everybody to know
My
too
entire
that
life.
every single time I talk to George, okay, where there's multiple times a week, keep in mind, okay, whether it's in a voice call or it's a text it or whatever it is and that stuff, he always talks about how he loves Stardew Valley and it's the best game ever. And then I don't have Stardew Valley myself. I watch people play it. I've been thinking about getting it, but anytime I'm
You
ever
wouldn't like it.
anytime I'm ever see right here, even again, I'm just trying to explain it. He hypes this game up so much, and anytime I'm ever like, well, maybe I'll try it, he's like, no, it's not that good of a game. You wouldn't like it. He's like trying to like gate the community and not let me in. He doesn't want me to be a part of this community.
Listen, I know what games you play, and I honestly don't think you'll enjoy it. You'll
I-
probably have a shitty time.
I don't
It's
think
just
it would
kind
be
of,
that bad.
it's just bore. Well, it won't be that bad, but I don't want you to waste your money. Like it's like $20.
Since when? When do you not want me to waste my money?
Listen, I've
True,
bought you
actually.
games many times, all right, and
That's
you
true,
don't
that's
even
true.
play them, all
Whoa,
right.
whoa, whoa,
But
whoa! Hold on. Okay, there's like you might have bought me 2 games. The only one that I can remember, the big one, was Bannerlord, and I probably got more hours in Bannerlord than you guys.
the
That's
debatable.
Jack.
But
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me check here.
yeah, all right, that's it.
Yeah,
No, we're
I'm-
going.
Probably than me because I don't play that game much. But George
got
and
a-
Brady, on the other hand.
fat 80 minutes in it though, so
Me?
big numbers. I do.
Oh, I was like, no.
You have Bannerlord?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'd rather just play Warband with mods, honestly.
I got 150 hours in
Ugh.
it.
I got 238.
Damn it. All right,
60.
I'm reinstalling it. I'm just sitting on the main menu for a couple
You know
days.
what? I'm gonna be idle right now while we're doing this. You're not gonna beat me. I don't know. I like Warband, but I have to be in the mood. It's weird because sometimes I'll be like, I want to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then like I see the factions. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play some Warband, and then I'll play it for like a week, and I'm like, yep,
That was
I'm
a
done.
wild comparison.
It is
Yeah,
the same,
yeah.
dude. The factions,
There's-
if there's factions in anything, I'm gonna want to play Warband. That is
when
how
I
it
watch
is.
Avatar: That Last Airbender, I'm not like, damn, dude, this really reminds me of Warband and Bannerlord.
It literally does. When I see anything with factions, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna play some Bannerlord.
So,
I don't know. The game didn't have a good start. Like it would have been fantastic,
I
but
mean,
it's just
I
it's
think
early access, and then it's just not. It doesn't have a lot.
the issue with, I think, that game and a lot of other games, and I think this is the exact same issue with Cyberpunk. Now, I played
Go
Banner.
talk about-
I've played Bannerlord, and I've ran into bugs or whatever where it like glitches out my game. I can't do anything. I have to restart the thing, right? And they put patches out to fix it, but it does ruin the experience a little bit. And first off, Bannerlord. I don't know how long Cyberpunk was in development for, but Bannerlord was in
Like 8
development.
years.
Bannerlord was what, like 10, 12 years almost, some shit like that. Like it was a long time too. But when you have a game that you're kind of teasing in a sense for that long, when it comes out and it's not done yet, like people, even though they know it's not going to be fully done, they as soon as they buy the game, they're like, all right, it's going to be done, right? Because you're paying full price for the game. And then they don't get it, so they get upset with it. Or if you have something like in Cyberpunk's situation. They paid all these big streamers and that stuff to hype this game up like crazy, and then people were like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be the best game ever." And then literally like 2 weeks after it came out, there was like maybe like 3% of the people who bought it still playing it. Like nobody wanted to play it anymore. It was just a mess. People were saying it wasn't done, it wasn't designed properly. There's all these different issues. Every quest is game breaking, so on and so forth. So I think a lot of games lately have been like hyping themselves up so much to be the best thing, and then they just fall flat, right? Like even games that you look at that don't have the hype, but they blow up and then they give themselves the hype. Valheim was another one. Valheim had it just
Oof.
randomly came out of nowhere. Everybody ate it up. It went crazy. The developers are like, "Yeah, this game is gonna be elite." It died off. The only game that I feel like really didn't go through that phase in like the last like couple years was Among Us, because the Among Us hype did last a really long time actually.
Look us.
Yeah, Among Us.
You're gonna hop
Sorry,
in an
I-
Among Us lobby right now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to do that.
It's a triggering word, dude. You
Yeah,
can't say that.
yeah.
That is indeed my trigger word.
But yeah, it did, and like it, Among Us is like shaped like every game now, dude. Anytime I'm playing Valorant, dude, like I'm trying to focus on that stuff. You just have like random kids, Among Us, that was sus, dude. Like, it's all over the place now. You have people screaming that they're venting on certain maps. It's just like it's taken over everything.
It's become a meme,
Well,
but
dude.
I would say it's a good game.
Cody, have you played Valorant before?
Yeah.
Okay,
He
okay.
was
played in the
he was
beta, son.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. But
I haven't played since the beta.
well, I was
very
gonna say
much, but-
I've played with all of the guys then except for you. But there's a
Seth
map,
played it too.
Breeze, and there's a part where you're walking down this like metal corridor kind of like hallway or whatever. I don't know what the exact name for it is. I always say hallway. And there's one part of it where if you step on it, these two metal doors slide open and you drop down and then they reclose. So anytime anybody's over there, kids will wait for this, right? They will literally not play the game. They will just sit there and wait. So that way when somebody jumps through it, they can scream, "He vented!" as loud as they can until they pass out.
Yo, Colin, I'm gonna need you to not call me out like this in public. It's really rude. Unprofessional.
That was like the new Space Jam movie. There was a thing going on that
Did you
this
see it?
yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yikes.
It was listen, okay.
Big yikes.
Here's the thing. Shut up. Here's the thing, okay? There's two reasons why people don't like it, okay? Two genuine reasons. First one is a lot of people hate LeBron James, and I get that. That guy's kind of a douchebag, okay? He's a
He's a
total
whiner.
tool. The first 15 minutes of it, okay? Now he was like one of the directors of it, I guess, or whatever. The first 15 might be an extent. Between 5 to 10 minutes, the first 5 to 10 minutes, it's literally just like this like flashback thing or whatever, and audio clips being played on loop over top of each other of everybody hyping this guy up. Oh, LeBron James, he's the greatest in the world. Oh my God, LeBron James. Like it's just constant. It's just feeding his ego for the whole time. So that was like really annoying, and I can understand why people don't like him. And of course, he put in that clip or whatever. I'm not gonna just shut up and play basketball. People need me. Blah, whatever. But then the other main thing that people dislike is because of the Lola Bunny incident. Because these people are at home, hiding in the basements, cowering in the corner with no lights on, freaking out that this rabbit is not sexualized. Okay?
Yo, don't call out George like that.
And
First, me now hit
I-
Colin.
I watched the movie. If you don't care if the rabbit is sexualized or not, okay? Because I didn't care, okay? And you can get... Now, this one was a little bit harder. You can get past the fact that LeBron James is in the movie. It was a really good movie,
Main
actually.
character.
Yeah.
see,
It was actually a really good movie. See, they bounced it
I
out
li-
because they had Don Cheadle in it, so I was like, okay, it's fine.
I liked the meme of the Lola shit, but I'm gonna be real with you. I never watched Space Jam 1, so
Same.
Oh my
I
Jesus.
didn't really
You
care about the
uncultured
skill.
swine.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Never watched Space Jam. I don't.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so like people just like were angry about that. But like there were like threads going on in that stuff because in one part of it, Bugs Bunny mimics the hunter. I can't remember the hunter's name now.
Elmer
And
Fudd.
yeah, so it mimics him and makes himself look fat, right? And it resembles a Big Chungus. and people were talking about how like movie theaters, like the whole movie experience was lost because there were kids that would start screaming and wouldn't stop screaming. This guy even posted and said that this kid started screaming so crazily when he saw Big Chungus that he actually started throwing up, and him and his mom were removed from the movie theater. Like,
Damn. That had never been in a Demon Slayer movie theater. That was worse.
like the people are just like they can't control it. People have to
The
like
hell?
react the most bizarre because they feel like that's how that's how you get accepted by society, right? You have to like outburst or whatever, because then people will talk about it, right? Because like if I go to watch that movie, if I go to Space Jam and this kid starts throwing up after watching Big Chungus, you know damn well I'm gonna go tell everybody about it, because nobody's gonna believe that shit.
That's pretty great. So wait, he was in the movie like Big Chunkus?
Yeah, like for like literally like 4 seconds, okay? Like they're doing the thing or whatever where there's the sign and it's like in the Looney Tunes cartoon or whatever, while they're hunting for Bugs Bunny, he changes the sign. It says rabbit season. He tears it down, and then it says duck season. And they tear down another one. And it says rabbit season. And LeBron accidentally tears it down, and it says duck season. And then he quickly turns into the hunter, and he looks like Big Chungus. He's like, hello, and he pulls it back down, and that's it. That was it. Literally, that was it. There was no more of him. And this kid just lost his shit and started throwing up.
That's perfect. That's great. Hell yeah.
But it's just
I gotta rent the movie now. Hold up.
the I've only had 2 instances where I've like been in a movie theater where something like that happened. The first one was it happened a couple times. Joe, you remember during Endgame. Like the thing was like Spider-Man swooped in. I don't even care about Spider-Man all that much. He's not, I don't hate the superhero, but he's not one of my favorites. He swooped in, dude. I was in my body forced itself out of the seat and I was screaming. I'm like, yeah, let's go! It's everybody else, dude. Jam packed. We had people sitting on the floor and everything like that. Everybody was screaming. The other one was I was watching in middle school. I went with a couple of friends to go watch a military movie. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a scene where these guys are like inside of like a hangar and they're like trying to secure it, and through the window above them a grenade drops, and you know how it does, like it nullifies all sound. All you can hear is that grenade like bouncing at really slow-mo, and all the characters are like slowly looking over at it to figure out. There's this one dude behind me. It's dead silent. Everybody, because a couple of the main characters are about to die. Everybody's dead silent, lean forward. This one guy in the back, oh yeah, you fucked.
That adds to the movie.
Yeah. So like I couldn't. I lost it at that point, man. I was just giggling like a schoolgirl and that stuff as this guy's getting blown to shit. But yeah, some people like you have experience like that. Like some people are able to like read the room and like, okay, it's it's fine here, whatever. But then you have people who are younger and maybe not socially adept and stuff like that, and they just hear about this story and people thought it was funny and they're like, I have to do this now, right? So now people are probably gonna go like anytime they see a rabbit now, they're probably gonna like start throwing up in the movie theater just because that's what the one kid did.
Damn, that sounds lit.
Will, you want to go watch a rabbit movie?
It's gonna be me.
A rabbit movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Name a rabbit movie.
Zootopia.
Damn.
Whoa.
Fuck, you got me. Could watch Beastars and become a furry instead.
Watch
Whoa,
what?
whoa, whoa.
Whoa, hold
whoa.
on. First off, no. Second off,
Don't-
what movie?
It's not. It's an anime.
It's an anime.
It's on Netflix.
Here comes the anime segment.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay.
Oh!
After I got done, I watched it hasn't even been a week yet since I watched the Demon Slayer movie. By the way, 10 out of 10. That movie was actually way better than I
was
thought
really
it was gonna
good.
be. It was so fucking good. But
It was really good.
after I got
It was
done
pretty good.
watching it, I was like, all right, well now, I don't have anything to watch, right? I need to find something. So I was on GoGo Anime. I'm like cycling through shows, and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I started watching, and I'm a couple episodes in, but I can't tell if I like it or I'm just not interested at all. But I'm watching Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh.
It's
I
great
hear-
until the last season.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
sitting there.
yeah,
I'm like
really
watching it, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if I like this or not. This is so fucking weird. Like, I just got done with the part where It's only like the second or third episode. They're all just walking down the street, and the one dude with glasses is like, "Oh, this is your friend? Fuck this dude," and kicks him and breaks like every bone in his body. And then the main character is like, touch my friend. After his friend's like, I assume already fucking dead. Like, there's no way that kid's living. And he just like rips the guy to absolute shit. And the guy with the glasses is like, "How'd you do that?" And then I think that was like the end of the episode. And I haven't watched any more after that because I'm trying to figure out if I like it or not. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like I think it had some massive issues with like people or they like didn't listen to manga or whatever, some shit like that.
Oh.
And then like it turned really bad. But like the first season's really good from what everyone says.
First two
You
are
co-
good. The last one sucks.
The only thing I know about Tokyo Ghoul is it's in Corpse's music videos. That's all I know.
Oh,
Oh, that's true.
Eh?
who's corpse?
That is true. Who?
Right. I
I
think
mean, who even is that guy?
I don't go on the internet too much on my computer, so maybe dude, this is so weird now, dude. My most recent things are this fucking boyfriend dungeon thing. I'm so upset now. This looks so weird.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't want to date sexy swords? Come on, bro.
no. Let's see if I
Damn.
can. Okay,
Didn't
so
Just send me a
Incognito that
link
shit?
for research purposes.
so the couple that I did was I watched Tokyo Ghoul and I got 2 episodes done on that. Let's see. I opened up Fairy Tale and I watched the first episode and I'm like, I don't know about this.
Fairy
I-
Tale is like generic shonen trash, which means I love it, but I don't expect most other people to like it.
But dude, that's what shonen is like the only thing I think I like, dude. I'm very
Yeah, but it's
one-dimensional.
But it's like trashy shonen, you know? It's like
And then I
like-
tried watching Jujutsu Kaisen, I think.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That
But-
Like, Lily just recommended
That's
that to
good.
me.
That's good. I was just trying to get Cody to watch it just earlier.
And I
had a
watched
slow
It's
start,
good.
but
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
really
say
good.
this was like the last one that I ended up watching, right? So like I was like in the first episode and I was like I have to stop right now because I'm gonna fall asleep during it and then I'm gonna have a bad taste of it because I'm gonna be like, it was so boring I fell asleep because everybody tells me I should watch this show.
Yeah.
So
I do think he has a bit of a slow start, but I mean, I don't care.
24 episodes, not bad. Dude,
It's
I'm-
getting
You
a
might
movie
enjoy
soon,
the
too.
Rising of a Shield Hero.
I've watched that. Yes, that's fucking good.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
I watched, dude. As soon as I could, I watched that, and I've talked with Skylar and Will both about it. Like, come on, we need this to come out. I need more. But isn't it supposed to be like the end of this year? It's coming out, Will, or is it spring now?
I heard fall. Or
Right,
something about fall.
Is it fall?
right.
Getting more? I
Yeah,
didn't know this.
Yeah, they got. I think they got.
Fuck yeah.
I think it got renewed for
Third
season 2
season,
and
right?
3. Yeah, I think 2
Yeah,
and 3.
3 seasons have been
Yeah.
It's
So,
a trailer for season 2 a year ago.
Show fucking slaps.
not interested.
The Goblin Slayer season 2 is getting made too.
I should finish that.
Nut.
I should.
that
I
one,
should finish
that one, I'm
one.
really looking forward to.
Col-
That one's
Col-
good.
What?
Colton, the date is April 2022.
April?
Yes, it was delayed
Uh,
to April 2022. It was originally supposed to be October 2021.
See, that's
It's
what I
been
thought. I
delayed
thought it
2
was-
more times, which is
Yeah. But then
I,
other. Oh, go ahead, George.
no, it's all right.
Okay.
I'm playing Pokemon. Hold on.
Oh. But then, outside of that, other shows that I've been watching, just last night I watched the first 2 episodes of the 3 that came out for Titans. It's based off of Teen Titans, but it's not like animated or anything. It's like actual characters. Is there a name for that? Right? Like, I know this sounds
Live
weird.
action?
Yeah,
Live
live
action.
action. There you go. There you go. But
Damn.
so I watched the first 2 episodes and I thought it was like actually really really good. It's like more of like a dark side of it. They're not like all kids or whatever. A couple of the characters are, but it's like later in like the DC universe, I guess. And one thing that's like surprised me is all you ever hear about is Marvel stuff, right? You hear about the Black Widow movie, you hear about Loki, Vision and WandaVision, you hear about all these different things Marvel, and you don't hear anything good about DC really anymore. But DC does a good job at like having a couple things that are really good and then fucking it up, right? Like Aquaman,
Nice.
I thought was great, right? Wonder Woman was great. Batman v Superman, dog water, right? You got and that's not specifically in this order, but then you have Shazam come out. Shazam was great, right? Then they hit us with the 2016 Suicide Squad.
Hey,
Just what? You want me to say that's a good movie? You want me to lie to everybody?
I liked it a lot.
Dude,
Didn't it have a good soundtrack?
it had a
It
good
had a
soundtrack.
dang good
It
soundtrack.
had a good soundtrack. Dude, it was just like so like I don't know. I didn't like it. But the new Suicide Squad is really really good. Um, Titans is really really good. But now whatever the next DC project that comes out is gonna be probably dog shit. It's probably gonna be awful because that's just how they do. But what I was getting at was like because Marvel's always like in the spotlight for stuff. I feel like a lot of people just think that DC is always going to put out something bad because they're not in the spotlight, which is fair. Okay, again, I will say DC does a lot of stupid shit, but I also think that a lot of times people should just give something a chance. Like this Titans TV series, like this is fucking good. The first episode last night, it was like 5 a.m. I finished it. I in the last like 48 hours I'd slept like 3 hours. I'm like, all right, let's watch one more episode. Let's just tough it out. And I mean, I think it's really really good. But again, a lot of people are just like, DC is gross because everybody hates Ben Affleck for some reason.
Hating on my boy Batfleck. Not cool.
That guy's elite.
He's the man.
I don't think I've really even seen any DC movies, to be honest.
True.
I really want to see that new fucking the Suicide Squad with
Yeah.
King Shark. That's all I care about. I just
King
care about
Shark
King
is
Shark.
elite, dude.
all
Even
I
then,
care about.
even then, I saw people like talking so much shit because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, isn't it? Or no, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone. He
Yeah.
voices King Shark, and everybody's like, "What a waste of using a good actor like that." And I was like, "You do realize that King Shark is probably the most liked character in the show, right? Or the movie? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean waste? It's a waste of him during DC or not DC Marvel when they used him as one of the leaders of a side faction in Guardians of the Galaxy. The character was played for like 35 seconds and that was it. Nobody even probably knows what I'm talking about because the
I
character
did
was
see
used
that
that
one.
little.
I did see that movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like that one. I like Chris Pratt, so that's kind of it.
Yeah, he's pretty good. But yeah, and then, have you guys heard the stuff with Marvel, the whole thing with Scarlett Johansson?
No.
So
Did she just get a movie?
well, yeah,
Slightly.
so
Black Widow?
she got the Black Widow movie, and it was received very very well actually. It was a good movie, but in her contract, they had a sign between her and Disney that she was going to get a percentage of the box office sales, right? But Disney put it on their own platform, their own streaming service, and that's where majority
Oh.
of people watched it. So she didn't get like any money in comparison to what she should have, and she said that she should get paid. They're like, no, 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 that's not what the contract says. And Disney's done this with a couple other people. They did this with is her name Emma Stone from Cruella? They did that with her and another actress as well. The exact same thing. So Scarlett Johansson's like, you know what? Fine, I'm gonna sue them, right? Like I deserve this money. And so they're like, all right, if you're suing us, you're no longer a part of Disney. So they're like
Oh.
bandwagon. They're like, you're not getting to play in any more movies. We're not dealing with you anymore. So then these other two actresses came forward with their lawsuits. Benedict Cumberbatch, because he's in the Doctor Strange movie, and Tom Holland in the Spider-Man movie, both came forward because that's how their contracts were signed. And then even Chris Evans, Captain America, he's going forward and he's like trying to like rally people to be like, yo, don't do anything Disney anymore. We're done with them. So like all these
Yikes.
people, all these like big actors and actresses are banding together after Disney, and Disney is just like trying to like take shots back at them instead of like, all right, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I think I heard a little bit about that.
yeah. So yeah, I think Disney's gonna be. I don't think that like they're gonna be hurting too bad, but I think that they're for a little bit here they're gonna be hurting at least somewhat because they're a powerhouse, but if none of the big name actors or actresses want to deal with them,
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of tough. A lot of the directors and stuff like that don't even want to do stuff with them. So, and you have people like what is the Joe? You probably know James Gunn. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the guy that did Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad, the new one.
Correct. The
I mean,
newest one. Yep.
yeah. I mean, this guy's just like, you put this guy in charge of anything, the movie's just gonna be good. Guardians of the Galaxy were loved. The Suicide Squad movie is amazing. He just doesn't care like if it's Marvel or DC or what it is. He just wants to put out good movies. And I feel like if he's like, yeah, I don't want to deal anything with you guys anymore, I feel like other directors are gonna like come jump forward, and then you're in this like weird mess of shit that kind of ruins everything for you. Right, Will.
Right. I can
This is
contribute
bad.
Man,
to
fuck
real life movies.
DC movies.
Whoa, okay, hold on now.
Man, fuck Marvel movies too, dude.
Oh,
Fuck.
God. All
Go
right,
back
see,
to anime.
I was, I was gonna say, hold on, George. Okay, you make fun of DC movies, people will be like, "Come on, man, they're not that bad." You make fun of Marvel movies, dude, I think people might try to attack you.
Dude, I don't care. Do they have King Shark? I didn't think so.
That's true. That's true. They don't.
But did you just sit on DC?
Nah,
And
listen,
they
man.
do have King Shark.
Oh,
DC
Let's
just
talk
a
about
little
Disney.
bit better. Just a little bit better.
No,
What
it's
about the
only one.
Clone Wars finale? Has anyone watched it yet? Don't spoil it because I haven't seen
wait,
it.
what do you mean the Clone Wars finale? What?
Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch.
Oh,
not
the
not-
Bad Batch one. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
essentially Clone Wars extended.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you said that, I thought you meant like the one from like months ago or whatever before Bad Batch. I'm like, Cody, are you really like complaining about spoilers when this thing came out like 3 months ago?
Well, I didn't watch last week's episode either, so I'm too behind.
Well, no. So I watched like first. How many episodes are there in total? First off, there's like 15.
16, I believe.
16. Okay. So I watched the first like 4 of them, and then I'm not gonna lie. Then Falcon Soldier came out, and whenever I open up Disney Plus, because they came out, one came out on Wednesday, one came out on Thursday. So usually Thursday evening, I would open up the app and I would look at the both of them, and I could have easily watched both of them, right? But I was like, nah, Falcon Winter Soldier is way better, and so I would watch that instead. So I'm pretty far. I'm a couple months behind actually in total, I think. Would you say though, Cody, it's definitely worth to go back and watch it?
Oh, I think it's pretty dang good, especially if you like the Clone Wars in general.
Well, yeah, yeah. No, I want to. I don't know. Maybe it's just that it was like because the first few episodes were like when you watch them, like they're really good, but then when you like go back and look at it, I mean, like stuff happens, but like the story hasn't really progressed. You know what I mean? Like they've gone different places, but their story hasn't really gone anywhere in the first few episodes. So
It's
maybe
kind of got left the Mandalorian syndrome, like, hey,
Yeah.
do this thing for me,
Yeah,
and you
yep,
get this thing.
Yep, exactly. So maybe I just need to
But-
give it a second try and get past those. I mean, I know what happened in the first few episodes, so pick up where I left off and kind of give it a second shot in a sense.
The
still
only
need
thing
to
bad about
finish.
Bad Batch is the second main character, Omega.
The
Fuck
okay.
that character.
Oh, you don't like her?
No, I hate her.
What the heck,
The
dude?
burning passion.
What? Why, dude? She's awesome.
I hate her voice
It's awesome.
with a burning passion.
What are you talking about, dude?
I
Did I-
still need to
The
finish
weird, like,
Mandalorian
British
season 2.
Australian thing, I don't like it.
George, you haven't even finished Mandalorian?
Not the season, the second season. I finished the first one after a year it's been released, and then I'm waiting for season 3 to be announced, and then I'll maybe watch Mandalorian.
Dude,
season 2.
Mandalorian is so when
It was good.
yeah, so you can go on like there's all these different like websites and people that like do like, you know, tier lists of like TV shows, right? Like top 100 TV shows of all time, blah blah blah. And after season 1 of Mandalorian was fully released, like anyone you went to go click on in their like top 100s, that was like always in there, like in the top 30. Like it passed everything. People put it above Game of Thrones, people put it above all these different shows and that stuff or whatever. And I mean, it was just after one season, and I feel like the more that they put out of this show, the better it's gonna get. Like the more well received it's going to be. Because it's just
Fucking
got
slaps.
well, not only that is your side character cast or whatever are just people that cause so much controversy, like in real life, that people love it. Like Bill Burr, for example. He's the bald guy that was an ex-stormtrooper.
I love him.
Yeah,
He's great.
he just talks shit. Like, he goes up in his stand-up comedy, dude. He just literally takes shots at everybody. Like, if anybody's sensitive about something, he will shit on you for it. It's great. But he causes a lot of controversy. What is her? I don't know what her last name is. The Gina girl, the
Oh, my future wife.
yeah, Cody's future wife. I think if you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about now. He was a stormtrooper jump soldier or something like that. I can't remember what it was. She causes a lot of controversy or whatever because I don't even know exactly what it was she said. She said something about how people shouldn't be comparing like certain Americans to Nazis or something like that because it was a lot worse back then. I don't take what I'm saying too heavily because I don't
It was
remember
along
exactly.
those lines.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact wording was, but because she said that, everybody's like, we need to cancel her. Man, fuck that bitch. She's awful. How can you think this or whatever and that stuff? How can you talk about that? As she's like saying that America right now is not as bad as Nazi Germany was. Like, it's a little bit unfair to make that comparison, which is true. I don't know if you guys ever read about World War II, but Nazis were kind of like a little mean. Like, not really, but a little bit mean.
They could have been dicks. It sounds like.
Yeah. So, like, saying that like American society right now is as bad as it was back in Germany, I don't know if that's necessarily fair to say. But people did not perceive that very well at all and just ripped into her. And then, like, during an interview or whatever, they're like asking her about it and that stuff or whatever, and she just literally is like, grow up here, stop being a bitch. And like, people of course like blew up on that too. So I think a lot of people are getting drawn to it because because that's how people are, right? Like, people pay attention to what they hate, right? Canceling is not a thing. The only way you get canceled is if you take yourself out. Like, if people said that they were going to cancel me, people are going to be like, well, why is he getting canceled, right? They're going to want to look into it. And they're going to be like, is this really as bad as it is? Then they're going to come check out like my social media and that stuff. And then if they do see that it's that bad, they're going to join my social media and, talk to me about it, hate on me, right? That just gives me attention. Or they're going to be like, wait, this guy's not that bad. Why are people saying this? And they're going to come here and they're going to be my white knights. They're going to defend me. And then they're going to argue with the people who are talking shit. And then it's going to be this whole thing. It's going to cause more controversy. It's going to get more attention. So, like, the only way that you can, like, unless obviously, like, somebody, like, goes and kills somebody, but, like, this, like, free speech cancellation shit or whatever, the only way that you're taking somebody down is if they just decide themselves that it's not worth it. Because look at the Paul brothers. I mean, look at that shit, dude. You can put up a YouTube video of people that are dead hanging from trees, point and poke it with the stick and laugh, and then people are like, this guy's a hero. Like, I mean, like, what do you mean, dude? Come on.
Listen, man, I think we should just abolish Twitter, and then I
Mhm.
think a lot of the world's problems will be fixed, and that's it.
That's
the end of it.
I think
Retweet.
yeah.
All right, get out of here. He's done.
I do think that
Like,
Twitter is like majority of the issue. Like, the people on Twitter are the Minecraft army. Have you guys heard about them?
No.
I mean, I believe I know what you're saying. I've never heard them called the Minecraft Army.
I mean, I just made up that name, the Minecraft stands.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah.
Like the
The-
dream
I'm aware.
stands are like them.
Kind of, but see, here's the thing, right? They like Dream, but they don't like him, right? Because he cheated, right? I don't know what the drama is behind that. But dude,
He did treat.
I don't give a fuck about Dream, okay? I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't care. But this like army of like 12-year-olds, right? They like realize the kind of power that they have, and every couple weeks, dude, they go and they attack somebody else. Like, there was this is like a couple months old now. There was a Minecraft streamer, Tommy Innit, I think is who it was. He was like second to Dream, right? Like, this guy turns on his stream, and in a matter of minutes, he'd have like 200,000 people, which is like the largest stream on Twitch, right? And it would only take him a couple minutes to get there. And they decided that he made a joke about JSlat because the Minecraft community hates JSlat. He made a joke about JSlat, and everybody's like, "That's it, fuck this Tommy guy." So they just like, dude, like hundreds of thousands of DMs telling him to go kill himself, telling him nobody loves him. You know, people going into his stream writing just hateful, dirty messages and that stuff. People tagging him in like pictures of like people stabbing other people. And he's like, "How do you feel knowing that this is what you're doing?" And he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" and that stuff. And they just keep going on and on and on. And eventually he got to the point where like he took a couple week break from social media and he's like, "I'm gonna go get therapy." And he's like, "You know what? Fuck you, Tommy. Okay? You know who actually needs therapy? Your so-called friends, because they thought you were an actually good person and now they have to live with the fact that you're not." And it's like, dude, just go like I don't know,
Delete Twitter.
build a redstone
Delete it.
contraption. Like, get out of here. Like, what are we
Just delete
doing?
it.
And nobody else has a camera on because these guys are all losers, but it's okay.
Just listen, man. I don't have a webcam. I'm broke.
Listen, I told them they should have just mailed me a picture of themselves and I would have taped it like different parts of my head, but you know, it's fine, it's fine.
Just put that picture of me and Cody.
No,
Or fish.
no, I'm not putting those on.
Just do that. It'll be fine.
Why is your cam shaking so much? No. I keep kicking my desk or whatever, so it shakes my camera. Cody, what are you doing? I
You
don't.
want camera?
Oh God, what are you? Oh, I'm scared. I hope this doesn't load because Cody's probably. Listen, guys. Okay. Cody's camera's not showing up right now, but I'm guessing what's happening is he has a cutoff shirt. Okay, it's probably his white one that he has, right? And he's like pinching the front of it or whatever, so you can see both his nipples. And he's probably like making a double chin, sticking his tongue out. It's probably what he's doing, waiting for the camera to turn on, because that's what Cody
Okay,
likes
first
to
of
do.
all, I don't like to be attacked like that. No, I'm not wearing that. Second of all, that's a good idea. I should do the nipple thing, but I don't know
Wait,
why it isn't.
Cody,
I'm upset now.
You own a shirt that
Yeah,
isn't a
Riz.
cutoff? What?
Yeah, my
do
wife
you mean?
beaters.
Well,
Dude,
Alright.
what a wild name for a t-shirt. Like that's got like some like that tank tops
It's
have
white.
some.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, but like, dude, tank tops have some like mighty lore behind them to be called the wife beaters. But just to give everybody an idea of like Cody's like, I don't like to be attacked like that. This is Cody's personality, okay? In high school, for Cody's graduation picture, okay, he laid on the hood of his vehicle,
None.
which by the way, very nice vehicle, okay? Cody kind of ruined it. He's laying on it, kind of like in like the style, you know, like when people are like, paint me like you paint your French stars or whatever the hell the thing is.
Exactly what I
French
told my
girls?
photographer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Nailed
yeah,
it.
yeah, French girls, whatever. He's laying exactly like that, but his cutoff, you know, it like is swooped down a little bit on the chest area, so you can see his nipple. And he's got this like smile where like if you were walking down the street and somebody gave you that smile, even if you didn't know the person, you would run inside the nearest house, lock the door, and hide. Like that's the kind of smile he gave. And he's like, yeah, this is going on the invitation for my graduation party.
Pog.
Cody is George. What are
There
you?
it goes.
What are you gonna do?
Huh?
Oh, there's Cody. There's Cody. Look at this guy. Cody, you have 2 couches?
One of those is my bed.
Is it like
What?
a futon thing?
It has a futon cushion on it.
I think I have more questions. What?
What?
One second.
Okay, Cody's camera is coming at us in like I don't know, like maybe 10 FPS, but it's okay.
Damn,
Yeah, it's like a 720p
$400
camera.
share though.
Oh shit.
cool.
Okay,
Damn.
okay. So Cody's got a Crusader helmet, is what it looks like.
Yo,
That's
why
pretty
is
nice.
this guy not wearing that during
Yeah,
the
yeah,
live
Cody,
stream?
hold
Pretty
on. What the
smart.
heck?
He
Wait.
3D printed.
Oh,
that
he's
shit.
got the Demon Slayer helmet. What, Cody? How much does that
Demon
stuff
Slayer?
cost you?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Alright. I'm out.
Cancel him. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
You got the
Leave me
Demon Slayer
alone.
helmet on.
Leave me alone.
Get him out of here. That's it.
Listen, I got too excited, okay?
You show and tell forever.
Oh my god, the Master Chief, dude, he just like it's like so like spiky, right? Like he's just not there, then the helmet's there, then he's gone. Like, that's what we're getting right now.
It's a slideshow.
That's true. There you go.
Didn't you 3D print all of these?
Not the Halo one, but all the other ones.
Hold on. Is that Apple guy? Is that who that is?
What?
Bill Gates?
The clone trooper. There. Is that Apple's helmet or is that just a random thing? I
I
might.
just literally did a round.
Oh, dude, I watch way too much fucking. I know too much about Star Wars.
I didn't know they had names. I thought it was
Yeah.
just Clone Trooper, and then Clone Trooper with stripes.
That's all my
that is what
show
he
and
is.
tell.
That is what he is.
Bruh.
Oh. But Cody, how much did those cost you? Like just to make like one of those helmets? Would you say?
Let's see. The amount of printing time probably takes about 20 hours piece.
That's actually not too bad.
Filament probably about $20. Then however much you want to say glue and paint is, and then
Okay.
your time.
So hypothetically, not saying that I talked to Joe about this like yesterday or the day before or anything like that.
Didn't
Hypothetically,
happen.
if I wanted to 3D print a whole ass Iron Man suit, how much would that cost?
Let me take a rough guesstimation. And just your printing stuff alone, assuming you're doing like fairly cheap-ish PLA,
Yep.
I don't know
Sure.
if these
and you
words
have
are-
unlimited time, because it's going to take a fat
Oh
while.
yeah, it's gonna take a while. I knew that.
Depending on how big of a printer you have and how big of pieces you can make in one crack.
Cody, time's not important here. Okay, we're talking
Okay,
monetary
so
value.
PLA alone probably gonna need about 8 to 10 spools, probably.
Okay. I don't know.
So whatever, 10 times 30, $300.
That's it.
That's for just the plastic. That's not
Oh.
gluing things together. That's not painting. That's not sanding.
So you're saying, Cody?
That's also not the 3D printer itself.
No. Okay. So
Yeah, and by that time, you're probably gonna have to switch out your end because you're gonna be that far into.
So Cody, you're saying right now, do you have a 3D printer or did you use Gelberg's?
I have. Jelly does not have one. I have one.
I thought Jelly did. Okay.
I put like literally 10,000 hours on that thing already.
Oh my god. So if I rolled up to you one day, Cody, with like $750 and was like, I want the Iron Man suit, would that cover it?
I mean potentially, but I would have to, try and do that. Jelly has been big. I haven't done that in a long time, and it's hard. It's not easy,
Damn, dude.
especially because you gotta make shit fit you, and
That's true.
it's difficult.
That's true. I just needed
That's
to
why I've
prove
stuck
Joe
to
wrong.
helmets. Half those
Just
helmets
like-
don't really fit my head correctly.
Just go to Walmart in October, buy an Iron Man suit, $30.
True.
That's all.
Buy one of those kid ones. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
dude. Great. Those ones where, like, if I accidentally bump into the wall, the mask is gonna break, and if I lay on the carpet and roll over, I'm gonna tear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
I-
making sure we're on the same page, guys.
I
Hey,
had
30
one of
bucks.
those for Master Chief actually.
Dude, what
It's
did I?
pretty
Dude.
I went as my Halloween costumes before. I went as a stormtrooper. I think I went as Darth Vader. I think when I was really really young, I went as a dinosaur. I dressed up as
And
Steve Irwin for a party. I think my most recent I was in middle school. And I think what a couple of my buddies and I did, we just wanted candy, but we didn't want to spend money on costumes or anything. So we just went to each other's house and got different clothes and that stuff. And we went as 5 different color crayons. I was the blue crayon. I was just wearing complete blue. We had the red crayon. We had the green crayon, stuff like that. That's just what we did. We knocked out people's doors. They gave us candy. I mean, it works. So all you have to do is be confident, and
Bruh.
people will give you candy.
I
My
was
last
I was
Halloween-
smart. I always wanted to be like an army guy, and it's North Dakota in October. It's usually freezing cold, and you
Mhm.
can't just wear your Halloween costume. So I always had a camo jacket, and I'd be like, "Yep, it's part of the costume." And
So you just went
modern
as a-
problems,
you-
modern solutions.
You just went as a soldier every single year.
every single year,
Okay.
all the way till age 22. I don't know.
So now,
I won't-
George is not 22 yet, by the way, guys. So
Say lion
that is
sack.
true, actually.
I don't know. I stopped doing Halloween in fucking 5th grade. And
So-
then I was
so-
like, yep.
so now
I'm
that
done.
we have the probably most boring of the Halloween costumes, when it's a soldier every single time,
Bruh.
and it was just
Oh,
regular
smart.
street clothing. Does anybody else have anything that's not as bad as George's?
I
was
mean,
smart.
I went as a ninja 8 different times.
Okay, Will is just
Me,
Will is just George 0.75. Okay.
To be fair, some of those ninjas were like Scorpion. Like my most recent one was Scorpion, except I was wearing normal clothes with only a Scorpion mask.
elite right there.
Yeah,
He
dude,
gets it.
a shirt and a t-shirt.
Listen, it wasn't about how much time and effort you put in the costume. It's about getting candy. And
Well, yeah,
you
but
know,
like I said, like
yeah.
you got to put at
True.
least a little bit of, dude. I mean,
Nah.
what would you guys do? Okay, like honest answer, right? Let's say you're sitting there, or whatever, and whether it's you guys have your own place, if it's you're at somebody else's house, whatever it is and that stuff. You're just sitting there. It's Halloween. Somebody knocks on the door, and you open up the door, and they have like just street clothes on, and they're like trick or treat. Are you guys giving them candy, or are you guys gonna be like, no, get out of
Oh,
here?
hell yeah. You'd be like, this
How
kid
old are they?
it's on rough times.
I'm not
Um,
giving candy to anybody, dude. That's
they're
for me.
they're like a young
Them kids.
teenager, a young teenager.
Fuck them
All right.
kids.
We're talking
First of
12,
all-
13, or like 14, 15. That's difference.
Well, 12's not a teenager, Cody. So
That's pretty true, actually.
First
That's
of all,
essentially one.
my door light wouldn't have been on and the door would have been locked, so I wasn't even gonna give out
Facts.
candy.
that's,
That's
true.
pretty
That's
true.
true. That's true.
That's
I do
pretty
that.
true.
So like, I was just gonna eat it myself. Actually, no, I was gonna wait till it was like November 1st. Then I was gonna go buy that candy that's like
That's
50%
also
off,
true.
and then I was just gonna eat some candy. I wasn't gonna give it to anyone in the first place.
I
That's
always
pretty true.
say that like when my sister was young enough, she would still go trick or treating. My mom would take her, and I'd be the only one at home, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll hand out the candy or whatever, and I would like put the TV down as low volume as possible. I would just sit there. I would like barely even breathe, right, just in case. I'd turn the lights off or whatever. A lot of times people would knock on the door. Unless they knocked multiple times, I did not answer the door, and I just sit there and eat candy. I didn't care. I just,
What
I mean, I was house
Man,
watching.
Man,
This
fuck
dude
them
gained
kids.
200 pounds probably just from one Halloween. The hell?
Yeah, it's
Fuck them kids, bro.
I just
It don't matter.
stole candy from my younger
I mean,
siblings once I
here's
got older.
here's the thing, okay? Look at the amount of people that buy candy, right? Okay, almost everybody buys multiple different bags of candy, right? And then they go gather candy and that stuff. Why do we have to hand out candy? Why don't everybody just go buy their own candy and then sit at home, right? Then you don't have to deal with this thing of people putting like razor blades or AK-47s or anything inside your candy bars.
God, I wish.
Just the fucking enjoyment of going door to door and doing the spirit of Halloween.
It's a
Dude,
tradition.
dude.
Trick or treat.
People like complain and that stuff or whatever. First off, I've never ever heard of an instance where somebody had like drugs or something in their candy. Never once.
True.
Okay.
Nobody's
But,
been
like,
drugged away for
I've
free.
literally gone trick or treating before, and I knocked on somebody's door, and they're like, "Here, come inside." And I go inside and drink a cup of milk and ate a couple cookies in their living room, dude. Like,
What the
I've had people give me whole ass steaks before. Okay, like.
Yeah, I've done that before. Where like they're like, yeah, come in, and then you're in their house. You're like a child. Your parents are freaking out because their child just walked in some random person's house, and they're like, you want a slice of apple pie?
Yeah.
I got apple pie, and you're like, sure,
Yo,
hell yeah.
yo, we just finished the
They give you
pizza.
apple pie. You eat some pie, pizza, and then you dip. 15 minutes
Yeah,
in,
yeah, dude,
one
like,
house, and they're just like,
Now that
oh, yeah.
might be
What?
that might be a North Dakota thing, right?
it's
Because
just a North
like
Dakota thing. I
'cause,
don't
like,
think Will's allowed to do that.
because like we have weird people here, right? Like don't get me wrong. There's like your people who are
Meth
on
heads.
drugs, yeah, your meth heads, stuff like that. But the thing that's really nice about here is they're really dumb. They don't know how to blend in, right? So they go live in like the houses where like you can literally walk down the street. You're like normal, meth, cocaine, normal, heroin. Like you can literally tell based on how the house looks. Like it's very easy to spot it out. And so like you just don't go knock on those doors. I will, however, one time I went trick or treating. I went with my friend Levi, and we go knock on this guy's door. And this guy, at the time, I didn't know, but now like looking back at the story, this guy was stoned out of his fucking mind. He had no idea. He didn't even know. Like he saw us in costume, dude, and he was like, "Oh, what the fuck is happening right now?" And we trick or treat. He's like, "Oh yeah, Halloween," and he looks over. Oh shit! I ate all the candy. And we're just like, okay, so we start walking away. He grabs me on the shoulder. He's like, wait. And I turn and I'm like, what? He's like, he's got like the little like shirt pocket like up on your chest or whatever, kind of like what you got there, Cody. He pulls out of that pocket right there and he's like, do you want cigarettes? I'm like, dude, I'm like 14. Leave me alone. Like, I don't want cigarettes, dude. I want Reese's.
What was your favorite like thing to get like out of the thing. Mine was like pop, just any sort of
Pop was pretty
soda or
good.
anything.
You got those like
It was
really,
just, like,
really.
Fucking soda.
You get those
Yeah.
Oh,
like
fuck
those
yeah.
you get like those like mini sodas, you know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the miniature ones, those things just hit different for some reason.
Oh hell
George's
yeah. Do you remember-
grandma.
Oh, yeah, dude, my grandma. So my grandma would literally. She hated going out. Like she didn't want it. So what she would do, she'd put like a sign saying like I don't care, and then she'd leave like a one. It's like please take one and kind of that whole deal. It was literally like a full bag of chips taped
Yep.
to a can of pop,
Yep.
and you could just grab one or two. I would always roll up there at like 4 p.m. before the kids are even like in their costumes. I'd be like, "Yep, I'm gonna just take 3. I'm just all right. I'm gonna go. Thanks."
I think my favorite thing. So my favorite candy is Reese's. So like anytime I got a Reese's, I loved it. But I think my favorite thing that I would get, honestly, were those popcorn balls. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Those are really fucking
those
yummy.
were so good. I loved those. I think that would probably have to be my favorite. I've got like different things or whatever where like somebody gave me a steak, right? That one's like up there, but like it wasn't often I'm getting a steak, right? Like that happened one time, you know. I would get pop sometimes, but that would be like really random, you know. Chips sometimes, that was still random. Consistently, I would say it's got to be the popcorn ball.
I literally never got anything that wasn't from like the dollar store ever.
Wow.
Like I got always cheap ass candy.
This is state
Wow.
differences right here.
Yeah, yeah. Like
I
see,
think it might also be because I live in a poor drug neighborhood, but
that's what our town is.
I say, first of all, your poor drug neighborhood is the entirety of North Dakota.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's, I don't think you understand, Will. Here's the thing, right? There's not like like North Dakota, like it's not very heavily populated. Obviously, there's like 750,000 people here. That's like literally, Miami has like what 10 times that amount. Um, the thing is like there's a lot of people here that understand that there's like not too much craziness going on here, right? Not too many different activities or whatever. So holidays, people like go crazy. Like it is a common thing where like people will on Halloween, people will just go and splurge and buy like crazy stuff, right? Like that. There is we have like Christmas, for example. People will literally like decorate their house and then like give tours of their house because they go that crazy or whatever. Like we have like people will like buy like animatronics and shit like that or whatever and like sit outside their house, and as people like drive by or whatever, they'll like stop you and be like, you want to like walk over, like we have stuff in the back, you want to come check it out? Like people just go crazy with stuff, and that's just kind of I think that that's because it's probably a smaller town thing, but it's probably like most of North Dakota just because North Dakota is filled with small towns.
you know, I think it's because y'all have a sense of community. Everybody here fucking hates each other. Like if you wanted to like go into someone's house, you get fucking into a fight or murdered by a gun. Like people
Well,
fucking hate each
Well,
other.
no,
in
no,
this
see,
neighborhood. Nobody-
this is the same thing here, though, right? Like, if somebody walked into Cody's house, Cody's gonna fucking stab him. Like, that's just how it is, right? But like, people are like, I don't know. Did a lot of people say that that I've talked to that are have been to Canada, that have been to North Dakota, been around a little bit. They say that North Dakota and Canada is very similar in like how people like kind of present themselves, right, or whatever. Like in Canada, dude, people
Oh,
like.
nice.
Yeah, they're nice. They're respectful. There's a lot of people I fucking hate. But even though I hate that person with every little fiber in my body, I'm not gonna like go try to make their life miserable. Like if I interact with them, I'll be decent. I'll be nice, and that's just how most people
Wave
are.
at them on the road.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I feel like that's just kind of like how people are in that stuff. Like around here, at least, I always hear, and that's one of the reasons why like when people like talk about like different things or whatever, whether it's like politics or yeah, I mean, I guess like gun laws and stuff like that all falls into politics. But that's why like I feel like my viewpoint on it is different from a lot of people, and your guys as well, Cody, George, and Joe. It's different from a lot of other people because like people are talking about like all this gun violence and shit that they have. We don't have that here. No, nobody says
Because
anything.
we have guns.
Yeah, nobody. There's no gun violence here. I mean, Deer probably thinks there's a lot of gun violence and like dirt piles and shit like that, but that's about it. Like maybe glass bottles, but like
Just
nobody,
grandma's lawn.
yeah, nobody here is shooting each other. Nobody's stabbing each other, right? Nobody's robbing banks or anything like that. Nobody's like walking down the street and getting jumped by like 30 people because they are wearing some funky ass shoes or whatever. Joe wears Crocs like every fucking day, dude, and I'm the only one that wants to jump him.
I would jump just because of those. I would jump.
They are the
See, that's-
comfiest shoe you'll ever have in your life.
I think that's
I
just
will
where
not
we
allow
live.
it.
Hey
Though.
dudes
But,
are
like,
pretty
once you get to
comfy.
once you get to like the oil fields area, that's when like
Yeah.
it starts getting a little rough. I wouldn't just walk into anyone's house for Halloween
Well,
candy. You know what I mean?
okay,
Like,
hold on.
it's-
To be fair, the oil fields is the western part of the state, right? Which is like damn near the fucking Grand Canyon 2.0 over there. Okay, there are no houses. Everybody's living in a camper.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Facts.
I was gonna say,
I've
I
been
don't,
there on a
I don't
daily
know.
basis.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to like Watford City or anything like that, or like
Yeah, it's
very
pretty
close to the
garbage.
Montana border or whatever. There's like it's like how our like small towns like Ypsi and Montpelier are, right? There's like one road going through. You have all these businesses there, and then any which way you look in the town, out in the fields, there's just campers everywhere. That's just
But I tell you what, there's at least 3 bars in each of those
oh,
towns. and they're
absolutely,
all
absolutely.
Very active.
Yes, those bars are. I mean, that's how Ypsi was, dude. Like the bars were just like love, dude. It's like, oh man, dude, we got this going on. The weather is really bad or whatever. You're still gonna people like will shovel like for 8 miles or whatever to get to that fucking bar.
Dude, I'm pretty sure like the bars in like the small towns were just some dude's house that just happened to have like a lot of alcohol, and they're like, yeah, it's a bar, and then everyone just hangs out. Like no one, like I don't know, like I wouldn't going to a bar just doesn't sound that fun.
What was in the Ypsi bar? So where
Which one?
You gotta say which one.
wait, what do you
Old one or new one?
wait?
Cousin
There's a
Ron's
new
or-
one?
Well,
wait,
there's only
old
one
Remember,
now.
remember the huge ass one?
Well, no,
the
no,
one-
there was a
what-
2-story bar, right?
Yes, there's that one, but there was one across the street.
Yeah, remember the
That's
one where
what I
we played
consider the
Pokemon
old
Go?
bar.
Where we played Pokemon Go. That was a bar. That was a huge
Oh, the
bar.
like fenced-in area.
Yeah, they had
Oh,
like
I
stages
thought that was
and
like
everything.
I
there.
thought that was like a cafe.
No, that was a bar.
It was
that was a
both.
huge bar.
Bar and grill
Oh.
kind of thing.
They had like concerts and everything
Oh.
there, and then they
Oh, yeah.
quit.
See, that's
It's
okay.
kinda
Then
sucked.
that makes a little bit more sense because I remember. And here's the thing about small towns, too, guys. Right? They really don't care. Age does not matter at bars, right? What matters is a time, right? After like 9 p.m., if the people that work there know you, they'll let you in, right? But after that, if you're young, they probably won't let you in.
Yeah, dude.
But obviously they don't.
And the
like,
clock's normally cut off.
yeah, but they don't like sell you alcohol or anything like that. But they just are like, who, dude, who cares, right? And I was in there one day after school because the bar that was a couple blocks away from where I lived at the time, they made some pretty good chicken strips. So I went in there, dude. There's people just drunk off. They can't even stand up or whatever. And here I am wearing all my bright colors and that stuff, all happy and that stuff. I go up with like a crisp $10 bill and I was like, yeah, I want a 5-piece chicken strip basket. And I'm sitting on the bar stool or whatever, just, watching TV and that stuff. And I can hear these guys talking. And they're like, we should, you know what I think we should do? I don't think they owned it, but they were like, we should buy that building. And I look over and it's right across the street. And they're like, what are you guys gonna buy it for and that stuff? I think we need another bar. There's nothing in this town except a bar, and they're like, let's put a second bar.
That's what we had. We had 2 bars. We were rolling.
So that's like all people care about. I went and I watched the McGregor Mayweather fight in that bar. They didn't charge anything. I'm sitting there at the bar stool again and that stuff. They're like, yeah, listen, just don't cause any troubles. That building is completely packed. Everybody's shoulder to shoulder. Like, what am I gonna cause, right? And eventually a couple people just started beating the shit out of each other. I just turn around, dude, and this guy this guy was drunk, okay? Because he's holding the beer bottle, right? The like bottom of it, the wider part in the middle of his hand, right? And he goes to punch a dude with it. And it breaks in his hand. And I don't know like if that was like he hurt himself in confusion, what that shit was or whatever. But this guy like injured himself and the other guy. And the reason this fight started is because this dude had a cooler and he brought it in and he had his own alcohol in it. And everybody's like, no, you're not taking business away from this bar. And they just started beating the shit out of each other. And they got kicked out. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, damn, this fight's even better than the one on the TV.
Hell yeah.
Probably was actually.
It was. Yeah, the McGregor Mayweather fight was like if you watch a highlight thing of it, it's good. But if you had to sit there and watch through the whole thing, dude, it was kind of a snooze fest.
Isn't that literally every Mayweather fight ever?
Dude, I'm not gonna shit talk, right? Because
Pretty
that guy will
true.
drop me.
Well, no, he can't. He can't fucking read. What is he gonna do?
He can't read.
Didn't he
That is
beat his wife
accusation.
though? Like, didn't he
Yeah,
go to
that is
jail?
also true. I feel like that's true.
He's a seasoned fighter.
That might be allegedly though. That might be allegedly.
Oh,
Oh,
like a Michael
alleged.
Jackson thing, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. But
Bro.
yeah, I don't know. That's why like when I talk to people and that, and I say that like not like tomorrow or anything, but eventually I want to move out of North Dakota. But
Ew.
I want to. I don't want like people are like, oh, dude, you should move to Austin. No, I don't want. I'm not gonna go from a village to metropolis. Okay, I want to go to a city. Okay, I don't want to go to anything that's got millions of people there. Okay, I don't want to have to like. It's like, oh shit. I need to go pick up something from Walmart quick, or I need to go to the grocery store for one thing. I don't want to have to get on the fucking interstate to go there or whatever. I just want to be able to go do my stuff, right? I don't want it to be like crazy violent or anything like that because of how many people are in the town and that stuff. But I want to go somewhere where like right now, if I ask these guys, if I ask like George and them, it's like, hey, you guys want to hang out? They'd ask if I want to drink, would be the first thing. No, I don't want to drink.
Whoop.
The next one, you want to go fishing? I don't think I want to go fishing. Okay, then how about you go fuck yourself? That's what
Bowling?
I would get. That's what I would get. Oh, I guess bowling. I guess bowling.
Bowling?
Yeah, bowling. I guess is true. Yeah, that's
How about fishing and drinking?
yeah, drinking while
That's where it's
fishing.
like-
With bowling at the end.
Yeah.
With bowling. Oh.
Holy shit! That's my perfect date.
Cody.
He's spicing things up. a bit.
I don't know if you remember Cody. The two of us went bowling before, and I think we went with Seth, Gelberg, and I don't know if we went with anybody else. We might have went with Jansen too, but I can't remember. But we're sitting there and we're bowling, and we look over to our right, and keep in mind there's like almost nobody here, and we look over to our right, and drunk to the point where they can barely stand is our music teacher and our science teacher. And
Sounds about right.
our science teacher, she a little bit bigger, okay? And she can like not even walk up to the lane. And she goes to throw the bowling ball, but she doesn't let go. Her feet go up behind her, and bam, she comes crashing on the ground. The bowling ball hits beside her. There's this loud bang, and we're just like sitting there like looking or whatever. And our music teacher at the time was like, I don't fucking care, and went over to the bar to get more alcohol, while our science teacher just like lay there dazed, staring up at the roof, because she can't get up now at this point. And that's just
I don't remember this, but it
Cody,
sounds
don't?
accurate.
There's no way. Dude,
No.
I wish the Seths were here because one of them would be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Okay, I don't wish the Seths were here. There's one of them that I don't want to be around a little bit more than the other one.
I talked to him last week, actually.
Oh, did you?
yes, at the Rip Fest.
Best.
Okay. Oh. Okay. How'd that go? What's he up to?
He's actually like, I thought he was still in prison, to be fair. But then I found him there, and he's working his butt off at some place in Adrian,
Okay.
and he has a girlfriend,
Yeah, we've seen this one.
Shockingly.
We've seen this one before.
and an of age girlfriend
Oh, okay. We've also seen this one before.
from California. So
We have not seen that yet. Is he working for his dad?
He's working for some interior decorating thing out of like Adrian, just doing like cabinets and like stuff like inside the house.
And see, the thing is, as well, about living in, I say a small town, but it's a small state in general. But living in a place where there's not as many
A
people.
village.
Yeah, you're living in a village. When you have people that are, Joe is fucking weird. George is weird. Cody is weird. I'm weird. We're all weird.
Wow.
Okay.
Peasant.
Yeah, we're all weird. Okay. Don't get me wrong.
I'm
But
not that weird. I'm pretty normal.
George,
Right,
will you
so as
shut?
well.
George, you might be the weirdest one out of the four of us here.
I'm normal.
But when we have people, when we say that somebody is weird, they're weird. We had this guy the person that we're talking about. I won't say no more. We don't need to DDoS him or anything. But this is the guy that like when we would be playing dodgeball in gym class, this guy would get hit with the dodgeball. He would turn around and slam his head on the concrete wall because he's pissed off.
What the fuck?
This is the guy that was dating a girl. They both worked at Walmart. They broke up, and he quit. And he's like, "Man, fuck this bitch." So he started walking up and down the aisles at Walmart with a baseball bat. Like this guy was a unique individual. This was the guy that wanted to date my cousin. My cousin wasn't interested. He didn't take no as an answer. So they're eating dinner one day at the table. My uncle, her dad, looks out the window and he's sitting on their rocking chair watching them eat. Like this guy was weird.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That
so
does sound a little bit weird.
so when we say that somebody's like a little bit weird, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, okay," but we're just being nice, right? Went over this already. We're nice people here and that stuff. When we say
Canadians, essentially.
yeah. When we say a little bit weird, it is lock the door, close the blinds, stay away. Do not answer anything, okay? This
How'd your kids? How'd your wife?
yeah, this guy came up to me when I was still working. Joe, you know who this guy is. Remember when I told you that if this guy ever comes into the store anymore at Cashwise, let me know so I can hide? Do you remember that guy? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This guy comes in one time and I did not know he was there. This was the first time. And after this, I told Joe that I'm like, look, okay, if he comes in and that stuff, you get on the walkie-talkie, you tell me I'm hiding in my office. Like I'm not doing this no more. He walks in. He comes because he knows I'm working there. He finds me. He pulls out his phone. He's got a flip phone. He told me that he has been banned by the police to use social media. I don't even know if that's. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. But he was
He couldn't
not.
have a smartphone because he couldn't have access to the internet.
Yeah. So like, I was like, holy shit, this is bad. And so I'm like nervous. I'm like, what's gonna happen? And I kid you not, he pulls out the flip phone. He flips it open and that stuff, and he's like, who do you hang out with anymore? And I'm like, a couple
roasted.
people. I was like, a couple people I met at work here and that stuff. I didn't say anybody's names. But he's like, oh, do you know who this person is? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, do you have her number? Yeah. Can I get it? No. Like, you just told me that the police said that you can't be on the internet. You want me to give people phone numbers to you? It's just weird shit that happens, dude. Like there's just like a group of people that are like, I need to be weirder than everybody else, and I just can't be by a little bit, right? I need to win this shit, and they go all in.
Sounds like you're harshing the vibe, bro.
Me?
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't
I
give
should
this
decide.
guy that was just came out of jail for pedophilia a girl's phone number.
Paraphernalia. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, there was what, Cody? What is it? 3 cases
In case
Did
of
you-
what?
you guys
of
know
him being a
there's a-
pedophile or something?
That dude caught 3
I think
cases.
there's at least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
There's a case where like so you can get like arrested for child pornography or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's an aggressive child pornography like charge.
And how do you know this?
Yeah.
I don't know, I saw a comedian talk about it and I was
Oh.
like, you know what? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna look it up.
I was.
And yeah, you can get like arrested for aggravated like child pornography, and it's like you have like you got like so like basically you have to have like 4 different computers filled to the brim
What the?
with child porn. It's
What
like,
a-
what
what a-
the hell?
Dude, you know what?
I didn't know like I didn't know if like any other like charge can be like there's another stage of them. But that's where I stopped looking
I
them
was-
up, but I wonder if there is.
I was going to ask. I was like, can you like explain a little bit like what the difference? But I'm not gonna ask that question because then I feel weird about that. Yeah, can you let me know more details about the child pornography
No,
stuff,
it's just
please?
like-
No,
just
not
wondered if,
interested.
like,
Not interested.
if every other charge is like it's like an upstage of it where it's aggravated and you're insane, but it's just
I'm pretty sure
it
if you
fucked
just
me up.
get a normal one, I'm pretty sure you're insane. Let's be
Exactly,
honest.
but aggravated. It's just like
I
whoa,
don't know. There's
chill.
there's a lot
Aggressive.
of like a lot of like different charges and stuff like that or whatever. Like there's homicide, there's manslaughter, there's aggravated manslaughter, there's first degree murder, second degree murder, and that stuff. There's like they have like a little tiny case that's different like for each thing or whatever and that stuff. Like um I think like homicide is like you killed him with like a gun or a knife or your bare hands or something. Like you wielded a weapon basically, right? But manslaughter is if like you like, you know, hit him with a vehicle or you know like pushed him out a window or something. Like there's just like very fine line details. And I don't see like I think that I don't care if you stabbed someone or hit them with a car. I don't think that there should be I think it's just killing someone. Like I don't think that there's a difference between it.
I
Uh,
don't know, man.
I think there is a difference.
I mean like
Man, fuck you, Will.
I mean, like, okay, yeah, there's a difference in that stuff, like, to a degree, but at the same point, like, why does it have to have a different name? Like, the end result was still the same. This person intentionally tried to kill someone. Why does it matter if they used a
Well,
knife or a
not
car?
necessarily. Like manslaughter is not necessarily you attempting to kill someone. It's like
You just
I
ended
hit
up
someone with my
killing
car and they died. I didn't mean to hit him with my car, but they died.
Oh.
Yeah, because like you can get manslaughter with like firearms. Like if you're shooting at a range, and it just the bullet happened to like ricochet and kill someone, you can get charged with manslaughter.
Oh,
But
okay,
you
okay.
didn't. You had no control
So
of that
it's
person dying.
accidental then, basically.
Yeah, basically. And
Yeah.
there's different like forms of manslaughter. Like there's like hitting someone with a car. That's like
Dude, see,
well,
that's
you
what
could
I
have
don't.
expected they
That's
died.
that's okay. Here's the thing, though, right? I will argue that one specifically, just because I like this word, vehicular. Okay, I think
Vehicular.
I think that if you say you go to a courtroom, okay, and you're like, this man is accused of vehicular manslaughter, that sounds bad. That sounds real fucking bad, okay? That doesn't sound like anything accidental, right? That sounds like this guy bought a car, found an old lady down the street, chased her 2 blocks on the sidewalk, hit her, went back to the beginning, and came at her again. Like, vehicular manslaughter sounds bad.
I liked
But
it
it's
because
like
it was in
accidental?
Halo, and when you you kill that
Oh,
isn't that one of the announcements?
you hit
Vehicular
old
manslaughter?
grandmas
I
in
know.
Halo?
No,
No,
like in Halo, when you killed someone with your car, didn't the guys like vehicular manslaughter?
I believe that is a medal in Halo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But no, like that vehicular manslaughter just means like you were like I think you get it when you're drunk. Like
In a vehicle.
if you get a vehicle and you get a DUI or whatever and you hit someone and kill
Wait.
them, that's a vehicular manslaughter. There's cases of like let's say like you were super fucking drunk, you should not even looked at a car. They can charge you with first degree murder and
Okay.
stuff like that. And then like it's really bad.
You
But
know, I'm
most
glad
of the
that we
time
have
like
a bunch of lawyers talking about law around murder. I'm glad we're talking.
listen, man, we're alcoholics. We were taught about DUIs when we were age 12. Like that's how the world works.
I feel like there's a difference between a DUI and killing someone, but
No, it's all
not
the same.
around,
very
not
fine
around
line.
here. Not around
It's all the
here.
same thing.
okay, my bad. Sorry
Listen,
for assuming.
if you ask any adult passes age 70 and he doesn't have one DUI, he's probably not from here. He's probably from somewhere else. That's how it works.
Hold on, I might have to disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Everyone has a DUI here.
dude, I literally Brady and I were hanging out one day and I had one drink, okay? I had drank 8 ounces of a Smirnoff iced tea thing, okay? And
A beer.
he did as well. And we were like, man, we should go get alcohol. We walked. I was like, we're not gonna drive. He's like, yeah, that's a good idea. We're perfectly fine, right? We're not even at the point where like we're just like laughing at stuff or whatever or anything like that. We're just normal, right? Like don't even feel it yet and that stuff. I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna walk. I'm not messing with this shit.
Yeah. I mean, I've been with Brady in a liquor store drunk many times. But usually, if I have the option to get a driver, I would absolutely. But like, I can tell when I'm like, "Yup, I'm not
No,
getting behind the
there
wheel."
should not be no usually here, George. If you're drinking, you should have a driver. You clown.
Bro, if it's a beer,
Okay,
it's
sure.
still legal.
If you have one beer in an hour, you're Gucci.
No.
Yeah.
He's making it sound like okay. The way you said it made me feel different. You made it sound like, oh, dude, I just been drinking and that stuff, but I need more. I'm gonna try to get somebody, but if nobody shows up, I'm just gonna go anyway. That's what you made it sound like. I was like,
But
no.
I'm
That's
But
not
I'm
how it
saying
goes.
like if I'm still good, I've had like less alcohol, and I know even if I get stopped and breath tested, I'll be legal to go. Like I'll still go. Like that's fine. Like I'm not like I take a sip of a beer and I'm like, "Yep, I'm
I don't.
staying."
That's how I
on
am. But I I grew up with people who were like kind of, I guess I can't say grew. Okay, I had a lot of family that didn't live with me, but they were very, very heavy alcoholics. A lot of them were violent. Most of them have no access to their kids at all anymore. And so even if, I can understand that, and I'm not gonna like argue with you like, no, you shouldn't do that. Like, that's fine, right? If it's legal, it's legal. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just not what I'm gonna do. If I take anything to drink, dude, that sucks for you. I'm not leaving the fucking house. But that's just me again.
But what happens if you run out? What do you do?
But then I fucking run out.
And he stops drinking
No.
alcohol
Yeah.
like a
No,
healthy
no,
individual.
no. You don't.
Don't you stock up so you can't physically run out. That's how you work.
George, you have to think
Maybe it
of it
feels
like this.
easier for you.
George, you have to think of it like this, okay? Whereas you guys drink anytime the sun comes up, I
Just Tuesday nights.
I rarely drink, okay? So if I am gonna drink, I literally like a lot of times you guys are like, "Yo, we drink it tonight." I almost always say no because I don't have anything to drink. Like there's all like my grandpa made all this different type of homemade wine. All this shit tastes like ass. Okay, I'm not drinking it. But if I'm gonna drink, I need to like plan it out because I need to go to the liquor store. I need to buy alcohol, and I'm not gonna buy a lot, right? I spend like $20 maybe, and that's to get a couple different things, and that's it. Then
Yeah.
I drink, and then that's it. If I run out, that's fine because I drank enough to get me buzzed, and then that's it. There's usually not really much for leftovers or anything like that. I'm not like you, George, where I fucking drink and drink and drink, and then it's like, oh, I'm out, let's go buy more. And you go buy a shit ton, and then you're like, oh, I'm tired when I get home. Pass out, and then it's like, oh, we're drinking tonight? Let's go get alcohol, and you double up on it.
And then you find
Dude.
your chair in your shower.
Yeah.
Well, that was one case scenario, all right? That's all right. But
And-
listen, man, only $20, really? Buy one bottle tequila costs 30.
Dude, I go buy, what I do is I usually get a thing of the Smirnoff iced tea, the 6-pack. That's like, depending on if it's on sale or not, anywhere from like $8 to $12. I get a thing of, every other time I go, I get this thing of peach Malibu, I think is what it is. No, pineapple Malibu. And then I buy like a $2 bottle of lemonade and mix that with the Malibu.
Damn.
And that comes to be like, I would say like, if I go on 2 trips to buy alcohol, it'll come to be like $50 in total.
Damn. That's kind of sad. You can't even get drunk off that.
Well, whoa, yes, George. Last time I did
Yes, you
that, dude,
can.
I woke up in the morning, dude, and I literally was contemplating killing myself, dude. I was like, I can't deal with the pain, dude. I'm jumping out my window. I just can't anymore, dude. That shit hurt so bad. I told people, okay, if I did not like share an apartment with like Skylar or my sister or anything like that, if I was alone, I would have cried. I literally would have started crying, dude. I was in that much pain, okay? I don't care. None of you guys would have known, okay? I would have never told anybody about that. I would have started fucking crying, okay? That pain was horrendous.
You just got to get through it, all right? That's why
I
you gotta
tried
be
to, and
smart.
going through,
No,
dude,
Cody,
it was
what you need to
killing
do
me.
is when you got to that point, you need to drink more.
No, Cody, you don't understand, okay? I had Cassidy, okay? She was in the next room over, okay? I just laid on I crawled out of my bed into the hallway right by the bathroom, right? And her bedroom door is the closest one to the bathroom. I laid in her doorway and called for her name until she woke up. She got me a cup of water. I took one little sip of it. I thought I was going to throw up. In the course of like 8 hours, I ate 2 saltine crackers and maybe 3 ounces of water. That's all I could get down. Otherwise, it was too painful. I drank way too much. Okay.
That was just your first time. You
No,
thought
no,
you
no,
drank
no.
too
That was
much.
not my first time. Ask Joe. At his wedding, I got fucked up.
But
Good time.
listen,
Good
that
time.
was like your first like bad.
That was
hangover.
wine cooler
After, like-
drunk. That's a different drunk. That's dangerous.
No. I took a lot of shots, dude. Come on, man.
After like 6 of those, then you're like, like as soon as like you're sipping the alcohol, as soon as the night starts, you're like, yep, I'm gonna be hungover tomorrow, and I'm gonna be ready for it.
But here,
And then you wake up at 5 in the morning, still pissed drunk, and you're like, yep, it's time. And then you gotta do things like I do, like chug a couple raw eggs,
Lots of
fucking
water.
maybe eat
that'll.
some.
If
water,
I
eat some
if I
food.
touch a raw egg, I'll throw up, dude. I can't.
That's the idea. You want to throw up, but you also want a little bit of protein in there too. Like
If
you gotta.
Dude, here's the thing. If I actually threw
yourself
up, though,
throw up.
that's what would have pushed me over. I would have started crying like a bitch in the bathroom. If I
Yeah,
threw
see,
up,
the
that's
throwing
what
up
would have
is good
happened.
though, because once you throw up, like your body, like just it fucking bounces back, and you're good to go like in an
Like
hour.
a bitch.
I would have been the white girl hungover. Okay, I'd have been on the toilet. I'd have been hugging it. I don't want to drink ever again.
Listen, when I
God,
like
it's me again.
one of like the first times I got like super drunk, I drank with Maylee, my sister, and I was pretty fucked up, and like I was like, oh, I'm not feeling good. She was like, listen, you're gonna go to the toilet, you're gonna shove your hand down your throat, and you're gonna make yourself throw up. So when you wake up, you're gonna be good. And I live by that right now. All right, if I know I'm fucked up, I just everything's in the toilet while I'm still drunk, so it's a little more bearable. Wake up completely fine. It's not even a problem. It's
Throwing up
perfection.
I get like throwing up helps, but throwing up is like
Yeah, you have to.
I've
It
literally
takes a lot to get past that.
I've had a knife be put through my wrist and ended up going to the emergency room for it, and I would rather have that happen again than throw up. I hate it's just I don't know everything about it is just bad.
That's pretty
It's
true.
gross. Throwing up is pretty gross, but I think it's funny.
Euphoria after throwing up, though.
Do what?
Once you throw up and then you feel so much better after you throw up. Oh
But
my god.
I don't know if I do. Elaborate on the story.
I
Okay.
feel so much better after I throw up. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
So fucking good.
we'll get back to this. I gotta elaborate on the story with the knife through the wrist. So Christmas morning, I'm at my grandfather's, and my grandfather had bought me a brand new pocket knife. Very, very nice knife. And when I say pocket knife, it wasn't like one of those like small switchblades or whatever. It was, I guess, if it's, I don't know, if it's not a sword and it's not a kitchen knife, it's a pocket knife. I think that's like how everybody in North Dakota is, and we just call everything a pocket knife. Um, but it's like a knife where like if you got attacked by somebody, you would pull this out to defend yourself. Like it was a decent sized knife, and so he gave that to me, and he also bought me a tool set. However, the tool set had zip ties on it, and they were tightened all the way, and I couldn't like get in there with the scissors. So while everybody's opening up the Christmas presents, I'm kind of like whittling at it away, with this brand new pocket knife, I'm being very careful with it, and so on and so forth. And when it snapped, there was so much tension with it that it like flung at my face and like it ricocheted off my glasses. And when that happened, it scared me, so I quickly like dropped everything and like ran my hands backwards. I don't know exactly how the motion was, but I ended up taking the knife and stabbing it. I don't think you can see the scars, but right where my pinky is, I stabbed it through my wrist right here on accident. I quickly ripped it out. I threw it at the TV. I covered my hand on there. I stood up. I looked at everybody. I'm like, I don't need my shoes. I need somebody to take me to the emergency room right now. And my mom, my grandpa, my brother, and my sister are all sitting there like, what the hell's happening? What are you talking about? I'm like, we need to go now. And I'm like, I'm not like, I didn't cry during any of it or whatever. I'm pretty proud of that. I didn't cry. But I'm sitting there like freaking out. I'm like, we need to fucking go. And they're like, what are you talking about? Let me see. And I took my hand off, and it was like something straight out of a movie. It was fucking full fucking PSI blood straight up to the roof, shot through. I covered my hand back over it. I'm like, can we go now, please? And they're like, holy fuck. They're all freaking out in that stuff, and I'm just sitting there holding, and I'm like, yep, this is bad. This is gonna hurt. And
Oh,
what?
for the viewers' sake, which is a pocket knife? Left or right?
What?
I would say that the left one. Wait, hold on. You're right. Your right is more of a pocket knife.
My right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
that one is, I would call that one a hunting knife. That one's a little bit
Yeah,
too
that's
big.
a
Yeah,
hunting knife.
that one's a little bit too big. Mine was more of the
The
size
thing
of the
is
other
there-
one.
That's a knife you get in
The
a
one on the
Super
right is
game.
technically still a switchblade. If you think about it.
I mean, yeah, it is, but
Did it leave a scar like permanently? Like, if you look at your wrist right now, is it like, can you tell?
yeah.
Exactly.
I've got the stitching marks and that stuff from here still. You can't see on
Alright.
camera because it's like really faded and that stuff, but like you can tell it's there still.
I have one on my finger because I I heard you can make a bomb out of like a CO2
17?
cartridge,
What the
and
fuck?
like,
18.
and I was like, oh, well, you need gunpowder, and then my genius mind was like, oh, can get a gunpowder from a shotgun shell, so I was cutting a shotgun
One,
like the plastic,
18.
and I'm trying to like break in there so I can crack open the gunpowder. And it was like one of those knives that it didn't lock in once you like, it was a pocket knife, that folded, but it didn't lock in. And I had it in a weird way, and then when I would cut, it slammed open on my finger, and I was like, oh shit. And it was like 6 in the morning, so I just wrapped it up in paper towel and I put it over duct tape, threw everything away, and then I went to school. I got home. My dad's like, so there's paper towels covered in blood in the garbage can and an empty shotgun shell. What the hell happened? He's like, what were you doing? And I was just like, I was trying to make a bomb. And he's like, it's just, I was just like, I don't know, thought it'd be cool. And he's like, well, Jesus. And he's like, at least tell me and I could have helped you milled out the shell. But gee, just like, I was like, oh my God. And then I still have that. And I was like 10 at the time. And I still have a massive scar where like the knife snapped on my hand.
You see, I'm not an idiot, so I never cut myself using a knife. So
Hey,
it's
hey,
not
hey.
really-
Yeah, but did you live, Will? Did you have
Yeah,
That's like a boring childhood.
Yeah.
dude.
I didn't think so.
I used knives. I just never unsuccessfully used a knife.
That's lame.
That's
There
My
was-
bad.
There was a time where I don't know if Brady was there, guys, but we were at Cody's place and George was there and we were having a bonfire. This was like
Hmm?
the last night of when we did the painting. When I had a painting business, this was like we
Or
were
burn the shirts.
yeah, we were done with it. We were gonna burn the shirts and everything. We were pissed off or whatever. And so I don't think Brady was there. I think it was just us three, but maybe Brady was. And so we're all gathered up, we're having this like fire and that. And Cody lives out in the country. And so, George and I were just scavenging around while Cody's getting the fire going and that stuff. We're just finding logs and shit like that we can burn. And we got done for the night and we, just there's piles of logs laying around in that. And so we're like, all right, we're just gonna throw these back out into the trees, the tall grass or whatever. And I take one and I throw it, and this huge ass splinter goes like through my finger, and like it quite literally went through my finger. And
gross.
I
Oh, I
tried
forgot about this.
I tried to pull it out really quickly, and I broke it off inside. And I'm like, I don't have the picture anymore. I wish I did, but I'm like bleeding and I'm like holding my hand up. I'm like, oh my God, it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. George, take a picture quick. And George took a picture. And then,
I remember this.
so like I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, one of you guys have to pull it out. And I think Cody grabbed a pliers or something and tried to pull it out. And I'm like, okay, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That hurts too bad. And then so I'm like, how are we going to sleep or whatever? So we just took a towel and wrapped it around my wrist. So I had like a cushion thing. And then if I remember correctly, we tied a second towel to that one and at the top of the Cody's headboard. So when I slept or whatever, my arm just like was hanging up in the air. And then the next morning we woke up. I drove back to town and I go and as soon as I pull up, my grandfather and my brother pull up as well. And so I'm like, perfect. My grandpa will get this shit done. He won't fuck around. I put my arm on the hood of my trunk and they're looking at me. They're like, what? I'm like, Skylar, hold me down. Grandpa, you gotta pull this thing out. They come over. They're like, okay, Skylar, my brother is a big boy. Okay, he's like 300 pounds, right? He puts like all his body weight on my arm. My grandpa starts yanking this fucking thing out. I'm like squirming around in that stuff. He finally pulls it out. Dude, this splinter was like all sorts of fucking jagged and hooked, fucked up. Oh, dude, that hurt so bad. I wish I had the picture still. That was that was. I don't know why I was like, George, take a picture, but we fucking did.
I
Side
fucking
note.
did it.
Were we sleeping on the waterbed at this time?
Yes.
It was the waterbed.
Yes.
That was the first time I ever slept on a water
yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
I was with a disabled person with
Yeah.
a sliver through his whole
Yeah.
finger, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Damn,
Cody, you were
this
like
Waterbed
you were like
fucking
you were like on the floor or a chair or something like that. George and I are trying to sleep on the waterbed, and I'm just like uncomfortable as hell. The waterbed is like, Cody, I don't know what the fuck you did. This waterbed had like half the amount of water than it's supposed to, dude. We're fucking all George like breathes, and I'm
It was
like,
a
whoa.
it was a trampoline, dude.
It was
Dude.
fucking wiggly.
Fuck waterbeds."
They're nutty.
But then
No.
the other my other favorite story, and I'm sure that you guys knew at some point I was gonna bring this story up. This is the favorite Montpelier boy story of being in a hotel
There's
room.
many.
Yeah, we do actually have many. We've got times or whatever where student council or whatever, this kid with everybody in the room started to try to hump a pillow. We had times where somebody took one of the mattresses off of the bed to go block somebody in the bathroom and busted the whole light. There's a lot of different stories. But my favorite one, George, Cody, myself, and my brother Skylar are in a different town. We're in a hotel. We're chilling out. I'm sitting at the desk that's in there. George brought his PlayStation. They're hooking up games. They're playing games or whatever. We're not painting right now or whatever. It's our first day there. I'm just sitting there. I'm on my laptop. I'm, punching in numbers and that stuff, getting stuff ready for customers, lining up stuff for the week. And George and Cody, they're playing a single player game. I don't know what the hell you guys were playing. It was like that like racing game where you had checkpoints or something.
Rally 2,
Yeah,
baby.
okay. They were
Was
playing
it
Dirt
Dirt?
Rally. And they just start arguing. I don't know what the hell they're arguing about, but they're fighting over the controller. I turn around, I'm the parent at this group or whatever. I'm like, can you guys shut the hell up, okay? And they're still fighting. They're pulling back and forth on the controller. Well, George falls off the bed, and he's mad that he fell off the bed. So he reaches up to Cody, grabs Cody, and pulls him down to take him down as well. Unfortunately, George wasn't able to see very well. I don't know if you weren't paying attention. It was, how fast everything was happening, if your glasses
heat
fell
of the
off.
moment.
Yeah, heat of the moment. What he didn't realize is he grabbed Cody's pants, the back of his pants, and pantsed Cody. And well, George was, George has got a pretty good, he's pretty strong, right? He pulled Cody off the bed too. And George, looking up to see what he had done, has Cody falling down on his face, bare ass first, and landed butt cheeks on each side of George's nose. Okay, George just went right into. He just started eating Cody's ass on accident. I turn over. I'm like, what the hell is happening? Because George is screaming. I have never seen George run so fucking fast. He runs into the bathroom the whole time. Slams the door, locks it. He's in the bathroom. You can hear the bathtub going. The sink is going, the toilet's being flushed. He's just in there screaming. And I'm like, Cody, what happened? Cody's laying on the ground, pretty much has his pants still down, laughing his ass off. I just fell on George's face with my ass. And from that day on, that's the story of how George accidentally ate Cody's ass.
Dude, I started a trend, all right?
Yeah. This was before people were just eating ass like willingly and that stuff. George started something.
Still the greatest moment of my life.
What?
Or another one. You know what? When it came to painting, there was a lot of stories involved with Cody's ass for some reason. It was very weird. I don't know what it was about. We're
Where is
sitting
it?
there.
Booty cheeks
What the
are
hell?
voluptuous and plentiful.
We're painting a house. I'm down, on the ground level. Cody's up on the roof. He climbed up there. He's painting different like arches and that stuff. Don't worry, he's got a safety harness on and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, guys, I think we're gonna call it for the day. And I go to the front, and Cody's just sitting on the roof. I'm like, Cody, let's go. No, Cody, what are you talking about? Get down. No, I can't. Cody, what are you talking about? And this was day one on the job, okay? I want to stress this, okay? This was the very first day. Cody, what are you talking about? And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, what is wrong with this man-child? So I climb up the ladder, and I'm like, Cody, what's wrong with you? I ripped my pants. I'm like, dude, nobody cares. Nobody's home, okay? Cody had been scooting up and down on the roof where all the shingling is, okay? And he stands up. These brand new painter pants that I bought him, okay, that were like $30 or something, completely ripped through. His underwear destroyed. This guy had like road rash from a fucking roof, okay? And I'm like, Cody, what the fuck?
Let's put a very key back. This fucking roof was at like a 20-degree angle.
Okay, the roof was at a very steep
it
angle.
was a steep bitch.
Yeah, so he had to like sit down a lot when he was moving, to make sure that he didn't he had the safety harness on, so he would have been fine. But even then, nobody wants to fall off a roof because it would have caught him, but this boy would have went fucking wrecking balling into the side of the building, and that shit would have hurt. But
my balls would have hurt.
yeah. The safety harness like really attached around the groin area. But so I'm like, oh my god, dude, like it's just like free ass hanging out here. First off, we have to make sure that George is nowhere to be found, all right? Because we've had weird incidents before. But I'm like, what do we do? So Cody and I are trying to brainstorm, right? Because like it's it's not something that like you could like cover up, right? Like the whole back part of his pants are gone. Like it's not something where like you could like put your hands back there and cover up like, and he has to climb down the ladder to it, right? So he's just gonna be mooning everybody across the street. There's kids out there having like lemonade stands and shit like that, okay? And Cody's already mooned children before, okay? We don't need this to happen a second time, okay? This was, and if you guys are, if you guys are,
Certain children, not moon.
if,
Thank
if,
you.
if you guys are like curious or whatever, it was a very weird baseball game. Anyway, so so I'm like, what do we do? So I go to my truck and I'm like looking. I'm like, what do I have? And I'm like, there's only one thing to do. I go back up the ladder with a brand new full roll of duct tape, and we layer his pants and rebuild the back end of his pants out of duct tape, and they held pretty well enough that that's, if I remember, Cody, I think you might have used that for the rest of the summer.
Yes.
Yeah, so like we layered it well, but I was like, dude, Cody can't work on the roof no more. George isn't going up there because at the time George was too young to be on a ladder. He was on the, he was
illegal.
15 and you have to be
I
16 to use a
couldn't use a
ladder. I don't
ladder.
know. So I had to do a lot. Cody still did a lot of it or whatever, but like if it was something small, I was doing it because I was like, dude, this guy's just. I don't. Cody's got this weird sensation where he just loves to show his nipples to people, and I was fearful that it had adapted to. He was trying to show his ass to everybody now, so we just couldn't let it happen.
Remember that tub of snacks? Was it your grandpa gave us?
Oh yeah,
The tub of snacks, and that was gone in like 3 days.
yeah. My
Like,
grandfather.
it was a whole tub.
Yeah,
of
my
fucking
grandfather bought one
snacks.
of those like I don't know how you would describe. It's just those really big
The
tubs.
little Debbie's.
Yeah, like it's those really big tub of, I don't know, it's like 2 maybe 3 feet deep or whatever. A lot of people use it to move stuff or whatever, right? Or to store stuff in. You buy them at Walmart, they're only a few dollars. Well, anyway, my grandfather, who was very happy about the idea that we were painting, just because like he was excited that I was doing this business thing or whatever. He knew all these guys as well or whatever. There was multiple times Cody and I came back from college or whatever where he would drop me off at my grandfather's. I'd be like, Cody, just wait right here. Grandpa said he made fried chicken, and I bring pieces of fried chicken down to Cody. But he was very happy about this, so he decided to fill this whole thing up, which was probably came to be like probably, what would you say, George? $100 worth of snacks?
$100.
Yeah,
Yeah, $100.
just all
easy.
these like little Debbie snacks, the zebra cakes, the cosmic brownie, just all these random stuff or whatever. He just rolls up. He's like, "Yeah, here you guys go," or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome," or whatever, because these guys eat like fucking nonstop or whatever. We don't even get through a full work week, and these guys had ate through everything. It was just all of it gone. They just eat so much.
I don't remember any of this. What?
Yes, you do, Cody. There's no way you forgot this shit.
You remember the snacks? Actually, no, he might have not, because he probably didn't eat any of it because it's probably all chocolate.
Oh, yeah, a lot of it was little Debbie
These are
snacks or
facts.
chocolate. Okay.
Yeah, because this kid's
But
like, yep.
here's one
anything that's
Cody
good,
here's one
hate
Cody
it.
will remember. We go into the
Chips.
the neighboring town again. I check everybody into the hotel. They go inside. They're playing games and that stuff again. And I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go pick up some snacks. So I go over and I pick up like just like cheap stuff, right? Ramen. I pick up lunch meat, bread, bags of chips and stuff like that. And there was this brand, Food Club, the off-brand stuff of Walmart, and it was cheddar and sour cream chips. And these things, they literally tasted like crack. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, this shit was very crazy.
I remember.
Yeah. So George, Cody, and my brother Skylar are all in the hotel, right? I bring in a couple things, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go grab like my laptop and my backpack and stuff like that. I go out. I walk across the hotel, out to the parking lot, grab my stuff, come back in. These guys were almost done with the second bag of these like family style chips already. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They just cheese all over their face and their fingers. And Cody's mouth is full, that's so good. Oh my god. Dude, I didn't even get one of them. They ate the 2 fucking bags in the like 3 minutes.
I don't know about 2 fucking bags.
No,
We
it
probably
was
ate a
there
bag.
was 2. There was the second bag was almost gone. Because you alone, Cody, were fucking digesting the one without fucking chewing it, dude. You just were inhaling it. And Skylar
Yeah,
was working
shit
on
was
the other
good.
one. The chips were good, okay? I will say they were good. But, dude, they were
They're
just...
fucking god
They were
tier.
rabid animals, dude. It was just...
Bruh.
I will say that there
Fuck
was
college, bro.
there was a lot of things from that painting thing that was shitty stuff. But I will say the experience that I mean, you guys didn't get too much experience with it. Cody kind of knew how to paint already and that stuff, so like it's whatever and that stuff. The experience I
earned
got
a
in the
life
sense,
experience.
the experience that I
Gained
got in
10
managing,
charisma.
I really enjoyed. But I would say that the like everything, because this was a group of high schoolers and a couple of us were college kids trying to run a business and clown.
I think I was the only high schooler. Wait,
Well,
what?
no, Skylar was in high school at the time.
Oh yeah.
A couple. Well, I guess okay. Everybody that was there was like their first year out of high school, or the first summer out of high school, pretty much. But like, we were so unprofessional, dude. Like, we're sitting up on top of like 24-foot ladders at the top of them, literally jumping around or whatever, because we're listening to like "Single Ladies" by Beyonce and shit like that. Like, this shit was so unprofessional, but it was so much fun. And I know that, like, you know, again, there's all these bad experiences, but overall, like the memories and stuff like that that came with it, the wild experiences. That shit was hilarious. And those are stories that
Dude,
I tell everybody, and I will continue to tell everybody.
I found a newfound love for scones. I had no idea what a
Yes,
scone was.
Dude,
until
orange
one
cream scones.
lady was like, we're trying to eat our sandwiches. Hard day. It's lunchtime. We're tired. We want to leave. And this old lady's like, yeah, you want some scones? And we're all like, the fuck's a scone?
we're
like,
like,
I
I
don't know what a
guess.
scone is. And she's like, just wait. She comes out with like Ziploc bags. She's like, here, I made some for each of you. And
These
I
orange.
literally would only go to Cash Place for scones. I'd be like, "You got scones?"
Yeah.
I'm
They were
eating them.
orange cream scones, and I was like, these things sound awful, right? A scone, that's something an old British dude eats. Like, I don't want that. This shit, dude. I don't know, man. It was something else. I don't know what this lady did to him.
Holy shit, dude!
I've
I
never had a
still
scone.
don't know what scones are. I still don't know what they are. But I was just like,
I don't know either. Is it like some ice cream or something?
No.
it's like a ball of dough.
It's like a hard biscuit almost, but you like it's a pastry, but it's usually a lot of times it's hard, and like you don't have like filling in it like a donut or whatever, but like there's like you know how like a lot of like pastries and that stuff, like you put like cream on the top of it or whatever. It's like that, but like throughout it, kind of. I don't know. It's very very weird. But
I think it's like a lazy donut. Like you just like don't really care about the shape of it. You just kind of put a ball of dough, put your fillings, and like whatever you want, and then glaze it, and that's it. And oh my god, it was.
I have Googled it, and I've never seen this in my life.
Dude,
they don't look appealing. They're just like
most
it's
of
just
the time
a ball of dough.
People take like really just like basic bland scones and
but
like
I'll eat
dip it in
a bowl of dough
coffee.
if it's cooked.
But yeah,
Yeah, but oh my god,
How you
just
spell
some old
scone,
lady.
by the way?
SCO. Is it SCONDS?
Yeah, I think it's SCO.
Or there's not a
NES,
there's not a U in it. I
just
don't think.
Scone.
It's just SCONE.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. Okay,
NE.
scones. I guess I put.
Oh, it's good.
The,
I don't know if Cody did. Cody
Oh.
get any?
No,
He might have
Cody-
not liked them.
Well, yeah, Cody, you might not have
No.
ate them.
'Cause you
I
probably
don't
were
like
like,
scones. They're too much like biscuits.
I'm reading the
What?
Wikipedia article.
what?
I like croissants. Croissants are where it's at.
Croissant.
Yo,
Carl
Croissants.
Croissant.
I don't think I've ever had like a croissant like on its own. I've had those like croissant like sandwiches, like those like freezer dried breakfast sandwiches. I've had
Real
those,
talk?
but, like
Steel gas station split sausage croissant is the best gas station breakfast sandwich you will ever have in your life.
bro, most people
No
don't live in
cap.
North Dakota, and they probably don't even.
That
know
was
what
that was the
steel
word
is.
from our sponsor. Thank you.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've lived in North Dakota all my life. I still don't really know where steel is. Like I don't know, dude. I think
Feels like that midway between Jamestown and Bismarck. I literally
Wait,
love that
isn't
gas
it-
station.
hold
It's
on,
called
hold
the
on.
Oasis
Isn't it-
for a reason.
Isn't it for? Don't you have to take like a detour? Don't you have to like go south though too? It's not
No,
like
you're
No,
thinking-
it's
route.
right on the
you're thinking of-
interstate.
Is it?
You're thinking of that place we painted at. It starts with an L.
Huh?
Hell.
What?
The place we
Fucking
painted at.
state town starts with an L. What?
Dude,
No, you.
The only
Fucking
towns
the
the only towns that I had you guys painted, I think, was Bismarck and Jamestown.
No, there was a place that was out of Bismarck.
Oh no! You're
Mandan.
thinking of Mandan,
LinkedIn?
right? Or not-
No, it wasn't Mandan. It was like, dude, I'm finna about to open up the world map right now.
Dude,
Give me a minute. Hold
dude,
up.
I didn't
Talk
paint.
to yourself.
George,
The
we didn't
map-
paint in too many different towns, dude. We stuck in the big
We
towns.
did. It was. Don't lie to me.
What is?
I got the map right here. Shh.
George, are you
I'm
thinking of
thinking
the?
what's south of Bismarck.
George,
I
are
was
you?
thinking
It was
Flasher,
east
but that's
of
like
Bismarck, but like it was a different town. It was not part of Bismarck.
George, are you just thinking about
Dawson,
on the outskirts of town
Wing.
here?
It was Lincoln. Yeah, it was Lincoln. It's past Bismarck. It's a whole different town.
What house did we paint in Lincoln?
It was the one the with the shades, like with the weird shades that wanted to be brown, remember? And then like the rest of the house was like blue, and then we spent like 3 hours on a door because the door was massive for some reason.
Why do I not? I literally remember every house you painted. Why do I not remember this one?
Different town because I remember we had to spend like 30 minutes because we had to leave extra early because it was 30 minutes out of Bismarck because it was a whole different town. And like,
I never heard nothing but the Bisman
It's where
guy's
you
house.
almost-
Yeah, Eric's house.
is where you almost died on a ladder because you couldn't like you couldn't paint on the shades or whatever.
Dude,
Because
George,
like it
there
was
was
like extra.
there's multiple. Dude, George, that ladder fucked me up so many times. There was one time I fell off the ladder, dude. Okay.
Bruh.
No, because here's the thing. I could have swore that because you guys stayed in Bismarck for the first like half, and then you guys went to Jamestown afterward. The only time we did one house in Mandan. The other time when I did a house out of town was we were working on Eric's house, the big fucking hellhole house, and I took Madison with me to go paint a porch one for a whole day, and then
Mhm.
I don't think that we painted in any other town.
We painted. It was in Lincoln because you were like, "Wait, Lincoln is not a part of Bismarck," and then you're like, "Whatever, it's fine." And then we did it because it's not that
I
far from
don't-
Bismarck. It's like only
I do
20.
not remember
30 minutes
Lincoln
away.
House.
It was in Lincoln, and we had like shades and everything. It was a big door.
Wait, wait. Is this the guy that like lived in like a?
It was nice.
Yeah,
He was nice.
he had like the fucking. It was like a cul-de-sac, but like a country cul-de-sac almost. Like it was like not like your typical one or whatever, but like you had to go down a gravel road, and then there was just
Yeah,
like houses
yeah,
just
it
in
was like-
random spots.
Yeah, it was like a weird neighborhood. It was
Oh,
on
Cody.
gravel- Yeah, it was.
Cody, that was the house. Remember we it was like a dude. Hold on. You know what, guys? I have a picture of it. Give me a second.
Yeah, I know exactly because it had like brown shades, and the house was.
I
a weird
forgot.
color,
I
and it-
forgot that one was in Lincoln.
Yeah, it was
Where's
in
the picture
Lincoln.
going?
And then like
give me a second.
because I remember it took us like 3 hours for the door because the door was massive. Like it was a huge door, and they wanted it certain colors, and it was just weird.
Okay. I'll put it in memes and pictures here. Just give me a second. Dude, I completely forgot that this was in a different.
I
Dude,
will
we
and
paint-
George. Sorry, we're going on a painting rant.
What?
Where am I at? Right here.
What? Dude, what the fuck?
Will and
fuck
Joe,
you.
not George.
What the fuck?
Fuck
Oh,
George.
what's your problem, George?
Yeah, fuck you,
Dude.
George.
This house.
Oh,
This house right
fuck.
here. I'll pull it up on Discord even too.
I'll tell you if it's real. I'll tell you if it's the one.
Yes, I'm not remembering a place
Yeah,
outside
it's
of.
the one right there.
Okay,
Where?
this is the house right here that we're talking about, guys.
Ew, I had
It's-
short
it's
hair.
it's a triple stall garage. This place is massive. And dude, yeah, all this guy wanted us to do was paint his fucking window trim,
Door?
garage trim, and the door.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
all-
I remember this house. I
Yeah.
don't remember it being in Lincoln.
Yeah,
though.
that's
it
what
was in
he
Lincoln.
said.
It was in
Was
a
that
different
me on the
house.
left?
Well, it's not me. I took the picture.
They made
Oh no, shit! But pull that shit up again. I look hot as fuck.
Oh god.
Wow, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, let me.
That was before I got fat.
Yeah, you guys can see the duct
Wait,
tape work
There was
too.
a time before you were fat?
Damn.
Yikes.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
it's just me floating off my booty.
Yeah. After we had to
Damn,
duct tape it up.
dude.
This is not the roof that destroyed Cody's ass, though.
No, this was that because you almost died on the ladder. 'cause I
yeah,
remember you were
that's right.
like- And then I
So-
went over and you were like dead, and I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
Well-
on the other side, so there's basically this same arch right here, but there was like an indented arch too. I don't know. It was very, very weird. So I painted over there because it was the most dangerous part of it. And as I'm painting in it, the ladder, you can't put the ladder up on a good spot anywhere. But as the ladder is up there, I have to like only have like 1 foot on there because I have to reach over to the other part. And all of a sudden, the ladder starts going out underneath me. I squeal like a little girl, and I'm holding onto the gutter. And George comes over, and I'm like, "This is not good."
It was I don't like talking about the painting business unless it was about Donald. Donald taught me the ways of the world.
Donald.
Donald.
Dude,
I
Donald was
love that man. It's stuck in it.
Donald taught me about the
The birds
bad
and the bees.
what you be like when you graduate high school.
Donald was a very colorful man. Um, the same age as Cody and I. I think he might have been like a year or two younger than us actually. No, he was same age as us because this was after our first year of
They're both
college,
same
Cody.
age.
Yeah, so maybe he was a year older than us actually.
He might
Anyway,
have been a year older.
yeah, but anyway, Donald was a very very colorful guy. Um, had a lot of knowledge on what not to do with a woman.
Correct. Don't just stick it in, boys and girls.
Yeah.
He was a different man. I remember when I was painting, and it was like 8 in the morning. Maybe this is where my alcoholism stems from. But he was like, "Yo, I got a 24-pack of beer in the back. You wanna go drink at lunch?" And I was like, "I'm like 15," and he's like, "Oh, is that a no?" And I was like, "We got work," and he's like, "After work, you want to?" And he's like, "I was, huh?" And he's like, "Never mind, we'll do it later." And I was just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like, poor man.
We had a unique cast, but we can probably go on and talk about our painting because this was I did this painting stuff with these guys for a whole summer, Monday through Friday, sometimes on weekends too. A lot of times we were with each other nonstop because we went out of town and stayed in hotels, and we would just get one hotel room for the 3 or 4 of us. George and Cody always shared a bed. I just need to put that in there. But yeah, we could go on forever.
We're lovers.
Call us out like that. Whoa.
We're lovers.
But yeah, I don't want to. I want to make it so that way I can actually upload this to YouTube. Sunday night.
You can edit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, a podcast isn't right if you're just cutting in parts in here and there, right? You know, the small talk is what makes it. But I do want to say that I thank you guys for showing up. Cody, thank you for turning on the camera and that stuff. You will be, eventually, dude. You're gonna need to probably move because women are gonna be knocking down the door. But you know, it's just something that comes with it.
Oh.
Oh God. Okay, he's trying to poop right now, guys. But yeah. So we will. I definitely will have. I know I've talked to Joe already about this, about having him on other podcast episodes. But if it's something that you guys want to, in the future, be on more of them and that stuff, I plan on doing them twice a month. Again, you know, sometime between an hour and a half to 2 hours usually is the kind of time. But anyway, I will let you guys go. If any of you guys have anything that you want to say first, and then I'm gonna hop out and do like a outro thing for it.
Me and Cody failed a bit. We tried to do a drinking game for this. We were gonna take a shot every time you talked about either Dota broadcasting or College Pro or painting. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a little bit disappointed. We only got like a couple shots in out of the College Pro. But
Okay, first off, now I'm upset. Second off, why would I talk about Dota? Why would I come on, guys?
we thought you'd bring it up. We're gonna probably give it a little bit of hard time next time.
And third off, to be fair, I'm pretty sure it was one of you two that brought up the College Pro thing, because all I did was say that we were having a bonfire. I was saying that we were having a bonfire one summer, and you guys were like, "Oh yeah, to burn the College Pro stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, that stuff." And then you guys were like, "Yeah, man, fuck College Pro," and I was like, "Okay, well now people need to know what it is."
Well, that led to it, dude.
Yeah. And this isn't fair, okay? Because we had a whole conversation about it. Cody just randomly like, "Here you guys go," and then takes a shot.
Listen, man. Next time we'll just take a shot every time Will talks. All right, that'll make it fair.
Okay.
Damn, what the hell?
All right.
Fucked
Well,
up.
again, before I go, do any of you guys have anything that you want to say? Anything that you want to add? I don't know if so. The point of this, a lot of it is going to be for the digital talks. It's going to be me interacting with a lot of different streamers and stuff like that. Obvious. I think all of you guys have streamed a few times. Some of you more than others. I don't think
Maybe once or
if you
twice.
guys want to shout out any social media or anything like that, you guys can. You're more than welcome to. I don't know if any of you guys want to. I don't think Cody uses Twitter really. But yeah.
We see your boy Nipple gun fucking kill you on the Hunt Showdown. That's me.
Yo, check out my boy Killayoua on Twitch. He's a great streamer. I love him. That's about it.
Yo,
Yo,
shout out to homie Funky Fruit. He streams Hunt Showdown once every 2 months.
Shout out to the original Jukester minus the 201. That guy is the lead.
what the fuck,
Best
dude?
streamer.
Dude, I'm gonna find out who this fucking guy is and why they won't give me the name.
He's the
Anyway,
lead best streamer.
Joe, is there
Yo, the
anything that you
201
want to
of your
say?
brand.
No, I don't got nothing. I ain't streaming right now.
Okay.
I ain't gonna plug nothing.
All right.
Damn, I love Joe.
Everybody does.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't.
Well, I
Yo,
am...
I got something to shout out though. One
Oh,
last
okay.
thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, shout out to Femboys. A whole podcast, no Femboy talk.
Oh
Damn.
shit!
I'll drink to that.
like I said,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
if it first up, okay. But now I just have to clarify this, okay? But then I'm dipping out, okay? Because I'm not gonna get sidetracked by no more shit. I genuinely don't care if you guys talk about it. I don't have any interest in it, so it's like awkward for me to talk about it, right? Because like, what am I gonna say, right? But the thing about it is, it devolves the conversation to only that, and anytime I try to change it, it goes back to it. And I was like, David, if it happens at the end of the podcast, okay, that's fine. Like this, it's fine. If it happens at the beginning, we just shouldn't have even done a podcast because everything would have been about it.
Yo, should have done the Femboy podcast actually.
Well,
George?
We'll
Hell
work on
yeah.
it. We'll work on it. But again, guys, I'm
future.
going to hop out and do an outro thing, and then I'm gonna go play some Ark. If any of you guys want to play on the server or
Ew.
anything, let me know. Cody, you love Ark, you know. Shut up. Seth
I
ruined
do
the,
love Ark, but
Seth,
ew,
Seth
still.
ruined the experience.
I guess I'll play. I tamed a pterodon, so that's pretty cool.
But yeah, so I do want to say once again, thank you guys all for showing up and being on the podcast. If you guys want to
You're
be in
welcome.
future ones, for sure you guys are more than welcome to. The next couple weeks are kind of set up, but after that, I'm just going to be grabbing random people. So if you guys decide you want to be on one, let me know. I think Gui
I want to
wants
be with
to,
the Swedes.
yeah, Gui wants to do one where it is a like a drinking game podcast. So I assume that
Oh
you
fuck yeah!
I assume
count
you
me
two
in.
would want to be on that one. So yeah, we'll figure out a time for
Holy
that,
crap.
and then yeah. So
Yo, I'll drink some water to that.
oh my god.
What? What? No.
He's
All right.
underage,
All right,
Cody.
guys.
He's under.
I will
Oh
let
yeah,
you guys
correct.
go.
For legal reasons,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But again, I will let you guys go. I'll probably talk to most of you guys again here in a few minutes. But again, I keep saying it. I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you a bunch, and I will talk to you guys later.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So that's just going to be it for that now. I am going to, after this, I'm going to cut the stream for probably like 10-15 minutes, and then we'll go play Ark. The next podcast episode we're sticking with on Fridays normally. However, 2 weeks from now, that is Bushy Boo. That is his birthday, if I remember correctly. So we're not going to be doing it on Friday. We're going to be doing it on the 25th of August. It's a Wednesday. So, 12 days from now? Something like that. And then we'll go back to Fridays. But we are going to have the streaming group of SOS is what they're called, Succeed on Stream. We are going to have Bushy Boo on there, Spicy Bean Dip 501 is going to be on there, Milky V05 is going to be on there, and Slumber Party Boy is going to be on there as well. I might get a fifth one from that group to be on there. It just kind of seems like how schedule's going. All those guys have confirmed they'll be on there though, so that'll be for that one. But yeah, I guess that's all I've got with this one. Thank you guys for all tuning in. I know some of you guys were talking and that stuff. I don't pay attention to chat too much when we're doing the podcast, but if it's something about a story that you guys want more conversation, I read the messages. I just don't respond to them too much. I will indirectly respond to them. But again, I do want to thank you guys, and I will talk to you guys later.